I'm gonna yell about something right now. Why the are there so many Disney movies listed as animated movies? Mary Poppins is not a fucking animated movie!
I agree. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Beard Bros Breakdown Podcast. My name is RedBeard. Joined with me, as always, is my good co-host and friend and the champion, Krodok,
Woo!
the PWC champion, but not for long, because today is PLE predictions. Money in the Bank 2025. Yeah. I am going to become champion.
I
Can't wait
honestly,
to.
you might. I am not confident today. I'm
And we'll
not
get to
confident at
that.
all.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But of course, let's begin with how was your week? I guess we can rate the experience here since we're saying how our week was.
Yeah, exactly.
Of
Um,
course. Of course.
my week was a week that felt like 2 hours because I didn't feel like I had a week. I feel like I
Jeez.
didn't experience a week at all, actually. I don't really know what happened. I was like just kind of out of it the entire week. I was kind of sick throughout the entire thing, kind of, and I've just been having like issues with like
Hmm.
my body lately. I don't want to whatever.
Don't go
Anyway,
into it, yeah.
but it's just like yeah, so that's basically been my entire week is just sleeping, playing on my phone because I don't want to get up and yeah.
I mean, I feel that right now. We're doing this very early, but my not very early, but yeah, my week is over. Yay, a work week is over, so now I get to chill and do other
Woo!
things. It's been a good week. Like work hasn't even been crazy. Like I think I literally just had regular work. I didn't have any problems. It rained a lot here. That's pretty much it. But like other than that, it's been a really good work week for me. In the outside of work week, I updated my hardware and my PC. Thank God, because now I can play games
Mhm.
that I were running shitty. I've been playing Doom a lot recently. I've been gaming a lot. Doom: The Dark Ages, very fun game. And I know at some point I mentioned I probably would have streamed it, but I thought it would possibly be one of the games that I would want to experience on my own. Um, so it's a phenomenal game. I recommend anyone who plays PC, Xbox, whatever, to get that. If you have Game Pass, it is free. So this is not sponsored, by the way. I'm just letting you know. But be cool if we had a fucking Doom sponsorship. Imagine that, like sponsored, but no. Um, but it's fun. I've really just been gaming. Like even like usually when I come home, I'm like, oh, I don't want to game or anything. But like I don't know, I love the game so much that I've been playing the hell out of it. Not even fully completed it, but I may play it again because when I started the game, I my original graphics card had shit frames and everything. So like to experience the better graphics, I'd probably replay it again. But also they have a new game plus. But that's my week really. I mean nothing really. Yeah, I just kind of say like nothing really bad happened, but if we were to rate the experience, since I guess I can go first. 10 out of 10 for Doom. I mean, 10 out of 10. It's fun, dude. Like, a lot of people are
Yeah.
like, oh, it's not the same, and you don't got Mick Gordon, the same composer. Dude, games ain't going to have the same people all the time, but it is fun. I mean, the combat is fast paced. A lot of shit's like surprising me. Like, holy shit, this is cool. Like, I don't even think you care about spoilers, but like, spoilers, if you don't care, like, skip like 30 seconds or whatever. You can fly dragons in this shit.
Well, really?
Like you can't do that in the I don't think you can do that in the other games. Yeah, you fly a dragon at some point. I'll just say that. I know that's
Damn.
a bit of a
Sick.
shocker, like, spoiler like to experience that, but like yeah, there's a part where like I don't know how many, but like there's one part that I was at that like you did a lot in the one level on that. They went all out with this game. And it's set before 2016 and Eternal. So like if you play this first, it's not really hurting anything. It's the Dark Ages for a reason. It's like set before all that. So, um, you could play it first if you want to, but if you want to know the context of Doom, I would obviously play 2016 first. But, um, fun game. I love it. My lowest,
Yeah.
9 out of 10 because it's raining. I don't have anything really bad that
Oh,
happened, and like it's good that I don't, but it's like I get 9 out of 10. It rained a lot, and I mean, um, I one of my closing shifts because, like I've mentioned before, I do have a manager position where I'm at my job. So, got home very late. I think the latest I got home was like 8 o'clock. I usually don't get home that late.
damn.
But it's just because like there was traffic dealing with people and stuff like that. But that could be my lowest. Like it's a 9. It's like I am getting paid either way, but getting home at 8, I'm like, and then I got to come back in the next morning. So, but that's what's expected of you as a leader. So that's my rate the experience of the week.
Yeah, okay. That's fun.
Beat
I'm
that.
glad.
No.
I won't. Yeah, I would say my highest experience of this week was, oh no. Is this a bad week for me? I guess it is. My highest experience of the week um is a 9 out of 10. No, 8 out of 10. And that experience is just I've I watched like 3 animated movies this week,
Wow.
so that was fun.
All right.
Yay. And by the way, everyone, I just want to talk about this really quickly. Um, I'm basically gonna be doing mini reviews of everything I watch, and also I'm just gonna be, yeah, anyway. That's what's happening with
Yeah.
me. But
Nice.
that's my high. My lowest experience is like a 0 to 10, and that's just that I've been feeling very all week and just having issues all week. So yeah,
Yeah. And I
that's
hope it gets
fun.
better for you. And hopefully it does this week because we got a lot like just yesterday we had a state of play. Like we this week is all about gaming mostly. Like we have I think the Xbox showcase today. I don't remember, but there is one.
Oh God.
And then Summer Game Fest is tomorrow.
Yep.
And then we have Money in the Bank Saturday. So like we have and then Worlds Collide as well. Can't forget about them. He would probably watch that more, whatever. But I mean, I honestly would think about it, but I'm not so sure because like the wrestling content, like all day. um, there's other probably things I'm working on because I'm going to possibly potentially work on a video today about the state of play, but also probably my predictions, what I want to probably see for Summer Game Fest, and also talking about the state of play. Just because
Oh,
like it's interesting
wait,
and
wait, wait. You
there's
know
some
what?
things that were really good announced for me.
I have predictions for the Summer's Game Fest. I actually have them written down right
Oh, really?
here.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, we could throw them in other stuff at the end because we're
Yeah.
going to rapid. I
Why
mean,
not?
PLE prediction card is like literally going to be short as hell.
Yeah.
That
Very
it's going
true.
to be the title of this episode, but it's literally probably want to be the main focus since we literally have news in the WWE gaming world, and then also yeah, the recap. So, but
Yeah.
I guess we can jump into the recap if you want.
Yeah, let's do it.
And you mostly have. I'm working off his notes, ladies and gentlemen. I slack this week. Well, he just got them done, but still.
Yeah, true. But yeah, the SmackDown started. I don't really remember anything that happened on SmackDown except for 3 things. And one of those things is that when Ray Phoenix came out, they got rid of Animo from his entrance.
How dare they, man? What does that mean
Yeah.
again? I don't know what that means in Spanish. Or
No idea, not a
all
single
right,
clue.
because we
But
know what Sierra
also,
Sierra Miedo
maybe
means
they
no
just
fear.
skipped forward a bit in the song when he came out, but I'm not sure
Well,
because
I know
they didn't
like
say Animo, so.
I know sometimes when he comes like he goes, it's like and then boom, and then like it's a beat drop and then his theme begins. But like I don't know if they went straight to that. But I mean, sometimes that happens with like wrestlers' theme songs. They just jump right into it, I guess, for like the time. But I
Yeah.
mean, I like the build up for his, and especially like if the build up for Penta's entrance, like. But I mean, sometimes they do what they got to do for like the time or whatever. But I mean, it's a
Yeah.
3 hour show still. Unless were they 2 hours this week yet?
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna talk about it right now. They just announced that they're not going back down to 2 hours, and they will be staying at 3 hours.
Well, all right. I guess some ratings went up to where they don't need to change. I guess. which is funny
That's
because
actually what they said. They were like, "Our ratings have been good, so we're gonna keep it at 3 hours."
I mean they kind of have been doing okay. I mean they haven't been
No, they
doing.
haven't. SmackDown sucks. Whenever it hits the 2-hour mark, I'm like, "Please let it end."
I can't lie. I don't want to glaze them, but I mean I don't know what's causing them to go up. I mean, maybe because they're seeing the Money in the Bank shit and they're interested. Maybe they're watching more, but I mean, yeah, it hasn't really done that well at all. So I don't know what it is. Well, I can say maybe the Wyatt Six brought it up a little, but I don't think they fully brought the attention because I don't think everyone's going there just to see them. I mean, I would, but like, there's other shit going on. So
Yeah.
who
Same.
knows? I mean, it just
Yeah.
randomly happens. I guess they get lucky.
True. By the way, in my notes, I completely forgot to finish my note about the Y6, but whatever. I
Yeah, I'm
like
like,
I half
what is
started
I'm
it,
reading
and
it, I'm
then
like,
it's
what does this mean? What is this?
supposed to be a quote, but I forgot to finish the quote. Oh my god, so unorganized today, folks. It's okay.
Yes.
Okay. But hey, your boy is bouncy. Jovan Evans, the GOAT, the one of the most up and coming stars, the guy I see at the top of this business in 30 years from now. He is bouncy, he is electric, he is incredible, and he got his first match on the SmackDown. And I am excited. And I like that we have Javon Evans kind of on the main roster, although it's probably just an appearance and he's going back down to NXT like
Well,
right
I've heard
after
people
this.
say it's a debut, but I mean, I haven't really seen an official call it for him, and also I'm like, I really don't hope so because I still want him to get the NXT title.
Yeah, no, he's not like officially called up. This is just like a it's like what
Or
they did with Stephanie and Roxanne, where they like
like
debut them
Fraxium,
way
like a that
beforehand.
that soft debut before they actually got called up.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I know they're testing the waters for like where they would want to go or like the reaction. But
yeah,
if anything, I feel like if he did, he would go to SmackDown probably.
yeah, sure.
Because
True, true.
most of our high flyers, if you think about it, are there. Like I know we got some like Penta, but like majority you got like Andrade, Phoenix, and Carmelo like all over there, like them working all together. If he got through into that pool, which I don't even want to talk about Carmelo because man, they are not doing him well. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like he would
true.
fit in over there. I think, especially like Fraxian being there, he would fit in. But
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I need him
I
to get an
think
NXT title before he goes over there. I need him to get
same,
something. He can
same.
dethrone Oba. Come on now.
I agree. I think he's the only person who should. I
Yeah.
feel like he's the only person who
I mean, I
should.
wouldn't mind if like they gave us a crazy moment with Miles Bourne, but I think he would still need some time in there. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you'd be like, damn, you just Oba's weak now. Like, but
I mean, I honestly think Miles Bourne wins is the person who's going to take the title off Ethan Page for the NXT North
that'd
American
be sick.
title.
I mean that title's being thrown around a lot, and so like I mean, that's gonna be one of the
Yeah.
titles that doesn't stay on somebody for too long, except for Oba Femi. But I mean, or
Yeah,
Tony
true.
D'Angelo at least. But um,
Yeah. I just think that it's because it felt so like out of nowhere that they took the belt off Ricky Saints, and it felt so out of nowhere that they took the belt off JC Jane. In my opinion, it's evidence that they're putting those belts on new people, and Ethan Page and JC Jane are literally just
it felt the
transitions.
same with Sean Spears. Like he had like a whole dominant run for a while. Like he was running shit,
Oh,
and then he
yeah.
was cleaning house, and then yeah. But I mean, it does seem like with these ex AEW people, like we'll even talk about like soon, because I mentioned that soon for going to NXT. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! No, I'm not fucking Ric Flair. But
Oh,
yeah,
did you
like
see that too?
what did Ric Flair
Sorry.
say something?
Ric Flair was talking about some dumb shit on Twitter or something. I
He
don't know. He's
always is.
being
Oh
very
yeah, it was. I remember seeing it, and he had to delete his tweets. It was something so very strange. I can't even remember. It was so bad.
I don't remember either.
It was so bad. I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
um. Yeah. That debut was cool. I don't know. Was Wyatt Six at the end?
Yes. No,
Okay.
no, 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 they weren't. No,
Okay.
no, sorry.
Were they before the qualifying match or after?
They were before the qualifying match, I think.
Okay. Well, you can go ahead and talk about them because my main thing was the qualifying match. To be honest.
Okay, well, all I remember is from the Wyatt Six is they attacked the tag team division, and also they had like a mini like stage like thing where like a little video package where basically Uncle Hattie says, we won't stand for this, and then I forgot what the rest of the quote was, so now I look like an idiot, but it was a really cool quote, so that yeah.
Yeah, and it clearly shows that they have their sights on the tag, either the tag belts or just making or terrorizing the tag team division, since majority of the men's are in that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's very interesting to see where they're going. I don't know if they're changing their whole gimmick, because their whole gimmick before was like, oh, we're going to, I guess, get, take vengeance on the people who betrayed their friends, or basically heels, like they were supposed to be the anti-heroes, but now they're here attacking the tag teams, and not even like just the Street Profits, they're attacking all of them. So it's like, now are they the heels? Like, were they meant to be heels? It's like, we'll have to very much
They're
see. Like,
anti-heroes. They just
yeah,
attack
they're
whoever they want.
pretty much. And I don't really think they're involved in all with Alexa, probably at all. I don't know if they're fully softly dropping that storyline and trying to tell us to make us forget, but people are still having their sights on it because, well, she came back before they did, and the whole fucking glitching was all like there, so like people just assume, but I don't think it's gonna have anything to do for like Money in the Bank or anything. But um,
Yeah.
that would be really weird to like just swerve their storyline to go for her. So it's like, if they were to interact, they would have interacted by now, I think. But
I agree.
um,
That's what I said ages ago, by the way, but no, you didn't wanna believe me.
well,
It's okay.
no, it's not. I want to believe you. It's them showing the little flashes and shit during her segments and just like making it clear that like she might join them. That's their kind of fault for like warping that. But now it seems like they're going to drop that completely and just have them do their own thing. There will probably be an interaction with them, but I highly doubt they're gonna like, oh, she's gonna. I hate the theory of like, oh, she's gonna lead them. I'm like, no, that's Uncle Howdy is gonna lead them. But um,
Yeah.
yeah, for the qualifying match, it was Naomi versus Jade. Who was the third one? Jade Cargill, Naomi. I don't know the third. Was
Uh,
was it Candace? No, it wasn't Candace.
no. Oh, no.
Let's see. Okay, so Naomi, Jade Cargill, Cargill, and Nia Jax. Okay, I went and looked. Okay, Nia Jax. All right. I don't know fully all that happened in that, but I know there was a segment between Bianca and Naomi beforehand. Naomi is in her full villain era. I fucking love it. She actually
Yes,
does it well.
please.
It's not even cringe. She literally does it well. It's like I feel like she's watched villain movies beforehand. She does it very well. Proceed with caution, bitch. And caution in the bank. I mean,
I mean,
but yeah, she won and got a good like ovation for it. I think people actually liked that she won that.
because she deserves to win a title
Yeah, she
soon.
deserves. She's yeah. It's been a minute since like she's had a belt on her. Like, I mean,
She hasn't had a title since she came since back in, like, 20
no,
back
she
when she
yeah. It
was
was like
yeah.
2017 or 8. I think it was. It was yeah. It was during a Saudi PLE when she defeated Bailey for it or something. I think. I'm
Yeah, I
pretty
think
sure.
so.
Yeah, I think I think she's won that belt before, but it was like a very short reign, and I think she lost it to Charlotte Flair. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure because Charlotte Flair had the blue belt for so much more than anybody. I think it was her. So, but I mean, that's how it was back then. It's like, oh, it's how it feels like too, a little bit like when you put the belt on someone and then you're gonna lose it, and NXT will we will tell you why.
Yeah.
uh, but like, yeah, he would put it on someone and try it out, or he would put it on them just to put it like they want it. They're like so eager to have it. Like the whole reason that like Jinder Mahal like got the belt from Randy Orton that one time is because Vince wanted to test it out on someone and it didn't work out. But he also wanted to test it on Naomi, but then they lose the storyline. They're like, well, you're just going to drop it. Like, they gave it to
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston because Kofi Kingston had been there for so long. He's literally a veteran, and then lost it to Brock Lesnar. Like, they gave Kofi 6 months to, like, say he was a champion, and then there you go. It's like sometimes they do that to give you that title under your name, and then they take it away because they don't know what to do with it. But um,
Sure.
it's unfortunate, but they at least give you the excuse like, hey, you're a champion. You were a champion. So like, but
Yeah.
I don't have anything else for SmackDown. But that was it. I
Me neither.
mean, that
Yeah.
kind of show like went by my head. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
But
dude,
Raw popped
SmackDown
off.
is
Raw
so
is where
boring. Raw's always good, man.
Raw
Raw and
popped off
NXT
more
are
this.
also good, always good.
Yeah,
SmackDown's so boring, bro. SmackDown's so boring. I want to
sorry,
die every
SmackDown.
time.
Okay, relax. You're in game,
In Minecraft. In Minecraft.
in
In
game, in
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Yes. On to Monday Night Raw, the longest running episodic television show in history. Not really.
Yeah,
It's
I
like second
think
place, I
no.
think, but
Yeah, no. I don't even think it's second place.
I think
No.
it's third place. I think like I literally think I looked up the ratings and I
No,
think
I think it's
Sesame
like
Street.
fifth.
I think Sesame Street one time was beating it, but now it doesn't. I kid you not.
Sesame Street, Simpsons, South Park's technically still counts. Family Guy. I can keep going. Code Lyoko. That one Japanese show that's been
Is
going on
Code
for
Lyoko
literally
still
like
going?
50 years. Oh wait, no, Code Lyoko isn't. My
I was
bad.
gonna say
But
that ended in like
there's this other
2009.
yeah, there's this other Japanese show that's been going on for like 50 years. So there's
Well, is it
that.
weekly though? I'm talking about like well they say like
Yes,
weekly, like okay, it keeps going. Okay. Yeah, if it's like
I'm pretty
weekly
positive.
and it keeps going, then yeah. But
I
no,
think it's
it's
like
like
10,000 episodes right now.
I think they've been changing the meaning of it. They've been saying weekly episodic sports show, but um yeah. But for a show that's live and it does it every week, I mean, yeah, they are impressive on that, but they're not the longest. They're not the longest running. I think they just have to glaze themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Look, I just looked this up really quick. The longest running series, Sazae-san, which began airing in 1969 and continues to be broadcast today.
I think soap operas even have been going longer than Raw. So like, I think they're just glazing themselves, or like, there's podcasts that do that too. We could say we're the number one and we're not. It's like there's places that like glaze themselves, and then you have to go look it up. You're like, you're a liar.
I love to get some glaze
Glaze the
all over my
champion and
face.
Glaze the champion in the comments. What? All right, no. Anyways, all right. So Raw, Raw was cool. If you want to start
Yeah.
off Raw,
Sure. I don't really remember what happened before this, but on the show we had the like official main roster debut of the fully signed Stephanie Vaquer in a
La
qualifying
Primera.
match with Liv Morgan and Kyrie Sane.
Nope. Nope. Ivy
She
Nile.
fought. Oh, Ivy Nile and Liv Morgan. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
Liv Morgan was involved in the match, but it wasn't
yeah. I want to get your thoughts on what like. Can you tell me what you think of Stephanie Kerr debuting right now just before Money in the Bank while she has a now qualifying, getting a Money in the Bank match and a match at Worlds Collide? Do you feel like she's going to be doing double duty for a bit or like, you know?
I think technically like it gives her an excuse to win it since she's gonna be there already. Um I mean I like it. It's just like she's definitely like very, very praised and over in the way like but I mean I mean she's probably wanted to do that or like she's fine with that because like it's gonna be in the same, you know, arena, I believe. I
Mhm.
think. So like I mean she's probably willing to do that shit. I mean, her track record and like the way she does her shit is the most professional and dedicated that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, there's a lot that are just like her, but like, yeah, I there's going to be people that are there that are going to be attending, both shows. So like,
Yeah.
I'm very, I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, she's very dedicated to that. So like, fuck it, do it.
Well, she is, but I'm just wondering like,
Yeah. But
yeah.
she's very dedicated to it. I think it's cool. I mean, that's up to them. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, they need to, I think it's still cool. But also, I called
Yeah.
it because you have Roxanne, Julia, and Stephanie all called up, like, are roughly around, like, separate from each other. I expected them to all three be in there. They all have history. So, like, them being in there, they're gonna fuck each other up. And then you're gonna have the other three are gonna fuck each I like it, and I like it too, is like it's new generation and old generation. I mean, like
Mhm.
Rhea, Naomi, and Alexa. Well, Alexa's more older generation than all of them, and so is Naomi. But it's like, it's pretty much it's pretty much NXT versus Raw, like or like the main roster, even though they're called up. It's like I like that kind of like concept that we're going to have, and this match is going to potentially be the best one out of the
Oh, it's easily the
entire.
best match
It's
of the
going to be the
night.
best one. Everyone already is like it's stacked better than the men's.
That or Lyra and Becky, because Lyra and Becky at Mania was good.
Yeah,
Or
they
not
they were
Mania,
good, but
sorry.
like yeah, it's gonna stack in the women's. The men's will still be good. I know Penta's gonna be doing some high flying crazy shit. Uh, probably as well
Yeah.
as Andrade, but I mean, and then
And also
everyone's
El Grande Americano. Gracias.
speaking of that, it's very yeah, like we were talking about Stephanie, like it's very cool that Chad Gable is attending two events. You know, it's very
He's
cool that Chad
oh
Gable
my
decides to. It's funny,
god.
Chad Gable. I think he got it. I think he got it twisted. You see, Chad Gable instead of he's going to Money in the Bank as Grande, but he could have went to Worlds Collide as Grande. Why did he not do that, Krodok? Why would you go to a Luchador PLE and not be Grande? Wasted opportunity, I
As they're
think.
not the same
They're the
person.
same person.
They are
Literally,
not the
they're
same
the same
person.
person. They're the
They've been
same
in the
person.
same room at the same time.
One
It's some
time because
bullshit.
he had a body double. That's why, and he hasn't done it since. So I don't want to hear it.
Oh my god. You are oh my god. You
Oh,
know what?
I'm what?
Just
I'm what? What am
just
I? What?
just wait until the day when El Grande is finally unmasked, and you'll see that's not Chad
Yeah, they're
Gable.
probably going
You'll
to
all feel
unmask him at Money
like
in the Bank because
idiots.
this shit's getting too old. This gimmick, even if it's not him,
It's
this
not
gimmick.
getting old. I love this gimmick. I love El Grande Americano because he is one of the greatest luchadors in history. He's the second greatest luchador in history, next to Dominic Mysterio. And El Grande Americano has been in this business for years, and
He
he
hasn't.
deserves all the respect he's getting
He
in the
has not
WWE.
been in the business. He literally just showed up, and now automatically he has 8 years
He
in the business.
did not.
All right. Yeah, I
He was
we
on the
didn't know about
indies
him
for
yet.
years.
Yeah, nobody said anything about him during Mania. No one said anything about him last year,
Back
but
in
now
2010, I think 2010, something like that. He had a
wow, you don't
triple
even
threat
know.
with
You don't even
with
know.
CM Punk and AJ
He
Styles.
never
Great
did.
match.
He never did.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Yes, he
Nope,
did.
that match does not
Hmm.
exist. Go look it up. It ain't
Yes, it
real.
does. Look it up.
It is
Look it
not.
up.
No, it ain't. Oh yeah, AI. Yeah. Yeah.
El Grande Americano versus CM Punk and AJ
It
Styles.
never happened. Also, CM Punk. What? The CM Punk AJ Styles match was just them. You're delusional, dude.
No, they had an indie match a long time ago. AJ
Yeah, it
Styles and
wasn't
CM Punk.
Grande. He wasn't there.
Yes, he was.
All right,
It's a
brother. All
classic
right.
triple
All
threat,
right.
bro. Everybody knows the
Classic.
match. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? What are you talking about?
Right. I've
That's
been
why this Money
following
in the Bank
CM
is so
Punk and AJ
interesting because it's
Styles'
like a
run.
it's because it's like such a interesting rematch because it's all three of them been in the ring before together, like during that triple threat years ago on the Indies. So it's so good to see like this reunion in this like triple in this Money in the Bank match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well.
Wait,
Anyways.
wait, 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 wait. During Stephanie's match though, I just gotta say this: Pat McAfee, shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, he tried to steal Booker T's flow.
He's trying to do
Uh.
what Booker T did, man. You
Yeah.
can't
It
do what
sucks
the
that Booker T.
Booker man did.
It sucks that Booker
Oh
T
yeah,
can't do it anymore. But yeah.
man. That's how the
But
crowd
yeah.
needs to do it.
Let the crowd do it, or shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
And he did it so poorly. It did it so cringe like too, like like I don't like his. Sometimes I just
Yeah,
don't like when he leans into his voice like that. I'm like, dude, you need to chill.
yeah,
Like,
true.
all right.
Also, in Dream Match, Rhea versus Steph stare at each other.
Yes, they stared each other down to well, I mean, they're not really goths, but like one's a soft goth, one is a full goth, but two big mothers, which people call them, literally call Stephanie and her mother. So like stared each other down, and I know the Twitter gooners definitely had a field day that day. Seeing that, I've seen it everywhere. They're like, oh my god, I'm like, dude, chill out, keep it in the pants. Anyways, um, shit. But there's one that you
Yeah,
forgot, sir. You skip right over it. Rusev and Sheamus.
I know, I know, dude. Rusev.
That's gonna cook.
Oh, every single week, man. Every single time Rusev does those video package promos, I swear to God, you know what? He might be in my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time now. Like he is just slowly climbing up my list. He's slowly getting there. I just need a bit more out of Rusev, and he's easily in my top 10. He is incredible. I love Rusev. And of course, Sheamus is Fight Night. They even brought up the stuff back when they were in.
League of Nations, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I love that. Even though they kind of warped it a bit because that like storyline kind of like ended in a weird way, but also because like Del Rio,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of shit. So like, yeah, there's multiple, but I guess because only really Sheamus and Rusev like are the remaining people, and Wade Barrett's doing his own thing, they have to add that in there. But yeah, like when they broke up, like yeah, there was tension. So them working together again is awesome. And I'm excited to see it. So those two can
Same.
work well in the ring. They've fought before, so like they can already do it again. Definitely
Yeah.
excited for that.
And I forget which qualifying match main evented the show, but
AJ Styles, Grande, and CM Punk.
yeah, we already
That
talked
and
about
the reason why is because well, while that shit was happening, um, B&B security got involved, and I'm saying that because Braun and Braun. But I
oh yeah, oh
I
yeah,
saw a very, very
BNB.
funny comparison because at the time that Seth was a heel running the Authority, he had J&J Security, Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury, who Jamie Noble still works in the company. You'll see that little man running out sometimes. He's a little dude that's like fucking a beard and short hair. He's still working. Um, but yeah, he'd come out there with him, and like Seth had his own protection, and now people are calling it B&B security because Braun and Braun, which is funny as hell to me because it's the same kind of concept, except it's bigger men this time. But uh, yeah, they came out, and the match was great because it's been a minute since CM Punk and AJ fought again. Even though people were overlooking that shit, like y'all, dude, these guys have history. Like nobody's paying attention here, but um,
Yeah, they've
great
all had a
match.
great match with each other before, so
And I really at the thing, I didn't really know who would be getting this. Like I know AJ wouldn't really fit into it because like if you think about it, like with the Money in the Bank, it's got to be story. It's got to be like storyline accurate, and then two randoms who are not going to win. Like the thing with like Money in the Bank right now, it's like you got LA Knight as a potential like hot the one to choose, and then Seth, and probably someone's going to get involved with CM Punk with Seth. I know for a fact. We'll talk about that later.
yeah,
But then you got randoms like I mean, no hate to Andrade, but like he's not fitting in the storyline right now.
yeah,
But like he's still great, but like no hate to him, but like he's randomly there. And then Penta, he fits into a storyline, but he's also in a way randomly there because either way, if he wanted, he would probably go for Dominic Mysterio. But I know in no time soon he's going to win that. But the trope
yeah.
for Money in the Bank, they always have to have one luchador. I don't know what it has been since fucking Sin Cara, but like they've been doing that since. There's always one luchador or some kind of
Well, they have
conquistador.
two this time,
Yeah, they
so
have two. Yeah, because like Andrade's between conquistador and luchador, so he's like all the way through. But I mean, yeah, they have two this time. But I mean, they probably didn't want to do Carmelo and Andrade again because that's who they were last year. But Carmelo,
well, actually, they have three. Yeah,
who's the wait? We have okay,
El
all
Grande,
right, but all right,
Penta,
yeah, okay,
Andrade.
sure, yeah, fraud luchador. Anyways,
Oh
um,
my god.
yeah, dude, no. You can put a mask on, but that doesn't mean you're always a luchador. Okay.
Yes, it does,
No, it
bro.
doesn't.
Are
So
you
Kane's a luchador.
disrespecting the goat?
Kane's
Are
a
you
luchador.
disrespecting the goat generico
So
right
Kane's a
now?
luchador because
How
he put on a mask.
dare you?
Kane's not a luchador. He put on a mask.
No, because that's not actual. No, that's different.
Exactly. That's
Okay,
what I said. I said so you can put on a match,
It's
and
not Chad Gable putting on a mask. It's
it is
El Grande
no,
Americano, who's an actual luchador.
no,
Like
no, no.
El Generico is an
Oh,
actual luchador.
it's you're so. Oh my god! Don't even start with El Generico. That's
He's an
Sami Zayn.
actual
That's Sami
luchador.
Zayn. That's Sami
It's
Zayn.
not.
Literally the
It's
same
literally
pasty ass
not.
white skin, the same beard. It
Oh
literally is the same
my
person.
god, dude, you are insufferable.
I cannot believe you still think Generico is not Sammy. Everyone is literally knows
Oh
it's him.
my god.
Anyways, but also here's another reason why it's definitely Chad.
It's
Grande had
not.
Chad Gable's boots on today or that night. Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, he made a tweet about it, man. He said, I have a
Right.
He literally
Right.
made a
You're
tweet
believing
about it, and he
that.
was
Oh,
like,
I saw it. You're believing it though, aren't you? Mm-hmm.
"Yes, he had to lend him his boots. Wrestlers do that all the time,
Right.
man."
Right.
Well,
Sure,
Grande
we'll
forgot
keep
his
that.
boots. He had to lend him his boots.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a good
Or
fucking
maybe he
colleague
just forgot. Or maybe he just
colleague
forgot.
does.
No,
Do you
maybe he
not
just
lend
forgot.
your colleagues some stuff if they forget something?
No,
Do you not
maybe
lend
he
them
just forgot.
something?
Nope, I would be prepared. Maybe he just forgot he was wearing his boots and he just put the mask on. It's like shit.
Oh my god, you are insane.
Mm.
You are
But you know what's
genuinely
funny?
insane.
It might not be Chad Gable because I saw like whose boots are these, and Chelsea Green retweeted it. It might be Chelsea Green, y'all. I think it's Chelsea Green. I think Grande,
That's a good theory. I'm
you know,
behind that.
yeah, Grande Americano might be Chelsea Green. I don't know how
That's
they
true.
managed to
Because
change her body, but like dude.
Chelsea,
Um,
I mean, it makes sense. Chelsea Green's very like she's doing like the whole like American
yeah,
gimmick, so it would make sense.
yeah,
I think it's a big possibility.
yeah.
That's Chelsea
Anyways,
Green.
um, but yeah, that was the main event. Grande won. He got that damn metal plate in his head. Like they didn't even show a close up of it. They had like snuck it in there in the back. You can see him put it in his mask. Um, I don't like the way that he hit the headbutt because it looked like he just pushed AJ Styles, but I guess it was trying to protect AJ because like the way he did it didn't really. I don't know if he was like if that's a real metal plate or what, but he was trying to protect AJ from getting hurt, but it looked like a slap or whatever. But he won and he's going to Money in the Bank and he'll also be at AAA and don't ask why. Because he's going to take that mask off and he's probably going to lose to Vikingo. That's crazy. Yeah, he's not beating Vikingo. Um,
Yeah.
but speaking of that, the reason why is because, well, Vikingo has defeated Alberto El Patron or Del Rio.
I mean, yeah,
We saw
obviously
that coming, but
WWE
they
literally
spoiled it. They
spoiled
spoiled it for us.
it.
I don't know where Del Rio's place in the company is. I don't really give a shit.
Me neither.
No one does. I'm not saying he's going to get released, but he probably will. Because if you're getting, because it really was just an excuse to not have him on the Worlds Collide PLE because there's a lot of people who don't want to work with him, especially like the Lucha Libres. Like they have like literally have distaste for him. So even though I would say the WWE because he's still in the promotion, there were still people there like supporting him in a way for his wrestling ability, but not his like real person. But I don't know. I don't know how they deal with criminal charges and shit. But um,
Yeah.
I don't have anything else for Raw. I know Karrion Cross.
He had like a 1 second thing, bro. What do you want to talk about carrying?
Because he's awesome and he deserves a push. He keeps getting a pop every
Okay, but
week.
you don't see me bringing up Dom Mysterio every episode,
You
even though he's
literally do. You literally just glazed him
I
like not
didn't
that
this
long ago.
episode. I
You
didn't this
glazed
episode.
him like you glazed him last episode. Yes, you did.
I
We
actually
literally
didn't. I
talked.
actually didn't bring him up at all.
He Roxanne.
Look at the
What?
tape.
Roxanne show. There was literally tension with
I was talking
Roxanne.
about Roxanne,
Uh huh.
not Dom.
Okay, you're allowed to glaze him, but I'm gonna glaze Karrion Cross because he deserves it. He's doing really. He deserves it. But I was saying
True.
it's very interesting backstage talk with Sammy because regardless of what they do with Carrion, I'm wondering what's going on with Sammy. I wonder if there's going to be tension there. This is going to lead Sammy back to his heel persona or what? I don't know, but please do something with this man. Oh my god!
I'm telling you,
Because I even mention
Sammy
it right
turning
now.
heel because of him.
I'll mention it right now before we even like get to those like rest of stuff. But like, report came out that his contract is ending soon, and WWE has not
I'm
approached
scared.
him for any type of renewal or agreement. And it's really scaring me and
I'm
really
scared.
upsetting me that they're dropping the ball on people because even before we get into NXT, because this happened before, our
Let's just
truth has been released.
yeah,
Carlito has been
and
released.
Valhalla as well.
Valhalla as well.
One,
But
yeah,
she was one that people actually weren't upset
that makes
about.
sense. Yeah,
But then
I
people started making the trope of like a wired, like, oh, like the whole like, oh, mother's being released and stuff, and like, oh, they kept Alexa, and I'm like, it's not always about that. It's also about the star power they got and the popularity with the crowd. Valhalla didn't necessarily have that much. I get it, like she deserves more, but I really saw that coming anyway. I mean,
yeah, same.
but people say that a
But
lot because there's still people off TV. Like you still have Dragunov signed, and he hasn't been on TV in a year. So it's like they're probably planning something, and I really want them to plan something with Gunther because oh my god. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, dude, about our truth, I might be I'm gonna talk for like a hot minute here probably, but
Yeah, before we get into
when
NXT,
it
we'll talk about this for a second because
yeah, when it comes to our truth being released, it's something that I've never seen a release get so much heat before. I've never seen a release do like this much, except for maybe CM Punk, but that doesn't really count since he left, you know? But this is just like a cold-hearted release that makes no sense considering Ron Cena shirts were like the fifth most selling merchandise they had at the moment. It sold out like immediately. R-Truth was on TV like basically every week doing comedic bits. He was a valued player. Everyone loved him in the locker room. Every single wrestler loved him. All the fans loved R-Truth. R-Truth just had a program with the biggest guy in the company in his retirement tour just for them to let him go. R-Truth has been part of WWE for around like 17 years, ever since 2007 when he came back after being released and going to TNA and doing the TNA run. So
right.
since like 2007, he's been part of WWE, and this confirms this one release basically says nobody's safe. Doesn't matter how long you've been working for the WWE. It doesn't matter if you're the most loyal soldier ever, because R-Truth, I'd imagine, he doesn't really argue with anyone. He kind of just did whatever he was asked to. He's the perfect chameleon. He could be in the main event. He could be in the mid card. He can be one comedic character for like 2 seconds. He can be a part of a good storyline. Like R-Truth was so versatile in every single aspect. R-Truth is now old, so honestly, I don't really see a place for him anywhere at this point with his age. I think his career's kind of just over since he's been
He could
released,
have
and
honestly
that
worked in the back at some with something. He could have like just been off TV or just like occasional appearances. They could have also like lowered what they were paying him because that's what I've heard. Like they were going to pay him less, but I think there was also reports of like he didn't want that because this is the thing. It's not fully released because they announced that he was going to be released along with the people that were released at the after Mania, like Dakota Kai and all of them. But they said that they let him run out the rest of his contract, which ended on June 1st. So it's not it is a release, but it's also just an expiration of a contract where it's like, well, we're not going to renew it, and I would assume that like if they offered him lower, that he opted out. They're saying that he opted out of the renewal. So like it was obviously his choice, but people are still going to blame TKO, Nick Khan, Triple H for all that because they offered them lower, costs or whatever. So like that rubs someone the wrong way to where like, well, I'm not going to work for you then if you're just going to lower my pay. And the same with Carlito. Like I think he's in Mexico right now or something. He's somewhere. Someone said that he's not even in the States right now.
yeah,
I think
like
Carlito's, yeah, he's gone.
yeah, they're so old that they honestly just don't really have time left in their careers. Like I just can't see. I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, wherever our truth goes next. Honestly, I don't see him going anywhere else
No,
next.
that's
I
what
think
people
he's
aren't
done.
understanding. Yeah, releases don't mean
Like
like they're going somewhere else. The same, like Rey Mysterio posted like this very, very like weird post. Like it had him and Dom, and then like he was saying like everything
oh
happens for
yeah,
a reason, something like that. And they were like, oh no, he's gonna release. I'm like, Rey's a Hall of Famer, dude. His time like literally has not been up, but like he's been off TV for a reason. He's injured. I don't know if that's fully
he's
right, but he is
retiring
injured.
once
So
he
it's
comes
like
back.
he's
Yeah, he retires once he comes back.
he's literally going to retire. He's already in the Hall of Fame. Y'all should be seeing this coming. He's not going to wrestle for the rest of your life. It's like,
After Mania 42, he retires. That's my
yeah, when
prediction.
it comes with, yeah, he may have a retirement match with Dom. He may or may not. Who knows? But
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Mania 42, Domin versus Ray retirement match. Ray
yeah, and you're
loses.
probably going to get that moment where Dom does appreciate him. Maybe indeed, maybe he does hug him in
Dude,
the
I'll
ring. But
cry.
yeah,
I'll cry.
probably he will. Like not even like storyline breaking because I know like Dom still doesn't like his dad, and I know you're like, oh, Ray's a deadbeat. But like, there's probably going to be that moment where like they do hug in the ring, and maybe that's like a big lead to like even though he's already over technically as a face in a way, would lead him to babyface status for like, oh well, maybe my dad does care about me, something like that. Who knows?
Yeah,
He's still in the Judgment Day, so it's really hard for him to get out of heel. But he's in for the crowd's sake, he's face. But
yeah.
um, Yeah, it's like with those kind of with that kind of like release, like that's like saying like, oh, why did it, I don't want Undertaker to retire? Fuck WWE. Why would they like? No, if it's a legend like Rey Mysterio, yeah, him going makes sense. And like even though you can consider R-Truth a legend, I would have loved for him to like at least be in the Hall of Fame before he left or something. I mean, I don't know if that's much of a stretch, but honestly, he's a national treasure for a reason. So him going in there, I wouldn't that wouldn't hurt. But they're probably not going to do that. But yeah, but with his release, it's been very scary for a lot of things, and like the reactions, even from like the backstage people and the wrestlers themselves, have called it atrocious and
Yep.
it very, very like uncalled for. Some of them didn't even
Uh,
know it was happening.
yeah. Not to mention on Raw, there's literally wrestlers that they can't say anything, but Dom and Rhea, I recognize, were both wearing our truth shirts, like
They were
kind of
wearing
just
our
in
two
protest.
shirts,
And
and
the crowd was chanting, "We want truth" whenever it was like off air, basically.
yeah, and they were doing that off air, and then CM Punk was like, did the whole "How dare you chant someone who's not here?" Because he's like, it's not he wasn't being a dickhead like everyone is saying because people on Twitter like to take things way too seriously. No, CM Punk is making a joke because
Yeah.
we were chanting his name for 10 years straight for him to come when he wasn't on TV. It's the joke. Um it's literally a joke. He's off camera and like I get it, oh he's a dickhead sometimes. Like, no. I'm pretty sure he respected Truth as much as everyone else did.
Yep.
Um and then like there were heartfelt posts everywhere. Karrion Cross had a post about it. Karrion Cross or like John even posted something about it. Um but it was mainly like just a picture of R-Truth because his Instagram is like the
Oh
goofy side. But he
yeah.
posted a picture of him. But speaking of John, there's because articles started coming out later after his release. John attempted to save R-Truth. The whole point of John and Truth fighting was he was trying to prove to everyone that Truth has potential, and he was doing that to save him and hope for a renewal of the contract. Well, that failed apparently. So, not even
Ow.
Cena. I
He
know.
literally sold so much merch,
No,
and
I'm
the
saying
crowd
it
was
probably
fucking
failed. It probably failed in the eyes of corporate. They probably didn't like it. They don't.
yeah,
Right
fucking
now, is what it feels like is
TKO, bro.
the fans' reaction only works for some people. It's not working for everybody because if the fan reaction was working, Karrion Cross would get a push by now. I know.
Oh, well then let's go to what Triple H said a few months ago. I don't care about the online
Yeah,
thing. I only listen to what the
yeah.
fans think
He doesn't care
in
about the online
person.
interaction. He's also been
But
saying a lot of shit.
apparently, that's hypocritical of him because he clearly was not listening to the crowd when it came to when it comes to carrion or when it comes to our truth. Like
He's also not
people love
listening to the
our
merch
truth.
sales. Literally, Karrion Cross has been
Yeah, true.
outselling the merch sales. People are buying them, but they're just like, yeah, we're not even gonna put. I mean, I get it. There's storylines in Carrion's way that he has to wait to get in there a little bit. Yeah, you can't just like end a storyline and throw him in there for someone else. They're not gonna do that. But it's like it just still doesn't seem like anything's happening. Like you can throw in a random ass match on Raw and have him beat somebody. It's like, um,
Yeah.
and it's like there's just so much like good talent that they're throwing away. They're throwing like pretty deadly over in main event. I'm not saying when you go to main event,
Yeah, bro. I
when
love
you
Pretty
go to
Deadly.
main event,
What happened to Pretty Deadly the musical, man? What the fuck?
like literally you have the
I
tag
still want the
division
musical.
popping off in SmackDown, and they're not even a part of it. It's DIY Street Profits and Motor City Machine Guns. What about Pretty Deadly? Like you're just throwing them over there. Like
Give
main
me Pretty
event,
Deadly the musical.
yeah,
Give it to me.
main event is pretty much house shows that are just matches that would never make it onto the regular TV, and they don't even televise main event anymore. They do not televise it anymore. I don't know how long that's been, but they haven't done it in a while. Um, but and then more and more, Triple H even mentioned, don't get too attached to the Money in the Bank prop. He called it a prop. That's all it is, as a prop.
He's getting rid of it next year.
Um, yeah, the man does not care. I don't know what's going on in his brain, but I will say this one thing. Just because shit's going bad right now, no, we do not need Vince back.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't give a shit
I'd rather
if
have
I
Triple
don't
H
give a
any
shit
day.
if the lawsuit closed. I don't give a damn if you think he's innocent. He is a terrible human being. It's very clear other people have spoken out against him that are not in that lawsuit. I don't know what's going on with Brock Lesnar. I don't care. You don't need Vince back just because of this shit. Vince released more people than Triple H ever has. Vince was releasing people that were over, like The Fiend or Bray Wyatt. Vince was just releasing people because he just didn't like them. This is more budget cuts. He did that because it was majority of budget cuts, and also he didn't have anything for them or he didn't like them. Like, and Triple H brought those people back. I understand, like, he's not doing really well with them because Karrion Cross was one of his NXT guys, but still, Triple H brought those people back. You wanting Vince back? Yeah, you're not gonna like the product. I'm sorry. I know you don't like it right now, but
It would be
there's no
way
reason to
worse if
bring that
Vince
man back.
was in charge. Yeah,
The what now?
it'd be way worse if Vince was in charge. Because at the end of the day, most of the people probably making most of these decisions is TKO, and they're like, "Cut the budget. We want more
And it's
money."
not even that. Nick Khan is always, but like every time I bring up Nick Khan, they're
Yeah,
always like, "Oh, it's always Triple." I'm like, "You're not paying attention. Triple H is in charge, but there's other people above him. Nick Khan is the president.
yeah.
Triple H is underneath him. He is the chief content officer or creative officer. That still, yeah, he's in charge of talent, but he's also they have a say. And Nick Khan is the one choosing the people to potentially release. I get it that Triple H is signing off on it and saying, okay, it is a dark time in WWE right now, but don't take one bad year since Triple H's run and say, let's go back to Vince.
Well,
Don't fool
okay.
yourself.
I want to stop you there, though. It's not a bad wrestling year. Like the actual product is good. It's just the PR is probably the
The
worst PR
PR
we've
and
had in a long
releases,
time.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
PR and releases is the only like bad stuff that's been happening, but it does feel like we're heading more and more and more and more to just getting to a soulless corporate product. Like I literally have it in the notes here that um is is this the death of WWE's soul? Like, is this the death of WWE soul and what it means as a product? And will it just be super corporate and soulless now? You know what I mean? Like soon.
Yeah, it's mhm. And I guess like from the also the backlash of it, which is very scary because not even just one has done this, but another. Miz has like removed everything WWE from his Twitter.
Yep.
Now, now he has it in his Instagram, but he rarely uses that anymore. Uh, Obviously you have to keep it as he had WWE stars somewhere, but like he's removed everything from there. It's not come out that he's quit. It hasn't come out that he's released, but I think this is definitely protesting for Truth's release.
Well,
Gunther, sorry, go ahead.
it was also confirmed that Miz contract does run out this year. So
Yeah, and it seems like people's contracts that are running out, they're just letting them run out. Um, Gunther also removed his shit, but it has not been shown anywhere that his is running out. If they don't at least resign him, then I feel bad for his run because
yeah.
his World Heavyweight title run was lackluster. His IC title was probably the best. And then you throw him to Pat McAfee, which no hate to McAfee, but how do you throw a world champion to that? And then now you're going to try to get him to probably lose to Jay again. And that's possibly going to be his last match. That's what it feels like here. That's why he's on TV so damn much. I really hope that doesn't happen. I'm tired of like people being put into a spotlight and then they're released next. Like you put so many people in the spotlight, like our Truth, with one of the biggest names right now, and then not only that, you could if that was his last match, it should have been. Why have JC Mateo squash him? And then that's the last time we see our Truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're going to release somebody, you don't always have to bury them on TV. I still to this day, regardless of how I feel about Ricochet, you didn't have to like the shit out of him and throw him through a damn car just to,
Oh, but that
take
was
him off
cool
TV.
though for the storyline. That was
I mean, it
cool
was cool for
though.
the storyline, but like it just felt like that's what it was. When like R Truth took the last, R Truth couldn't even get a win for his last match. You had to get him to squash. Like that just shows you right
Well,
there.
I
We don't
mean, I
give a
think it
shit
would have
about him.
been I think they should have just left the Cena match be his last one, but
Yeah. So it sucks, and the same thing for Carlito. But I wish Carlito was getting the same like love that Truth is getting because they're kind of like one and the same of how they are, like or what they were like near the end.
yeah,
But I mean, Carlito's chilling. But I mean, it's crazy that those are back to back because he became like technically because Truth was in the Judgment Day, stuff. But then Carlito went back there, so it's like he kind of felt like the second, but he's not like the successor to Raw Truth. But they're on the same different like comedic level. But those are two comedic characters we've lost, and it feels like the fun's being stripped away. I made a joke. I was like,
yeah.
WWE is becoming the McDonald's of today, taking out the play place, taking out
Oh,
the kids' playground. They've gone full corporate. I mean,
yeah,
it's what it feels like here, and
that's scary, honestly.
yeah, it's
I
like
mean,
taking out the
actually,
play place. You're taking, yeah, there's the matches can be fun, but there's some people that enjoy the comedic shit back there. It's like even if it's for the
I do,
kids, it's like I enjoy it. 20, almost
dude.
25 years old, I enjoy the shit.
Comedy is part of wrestling. That's what makes it so fun. Have you Hey, if you're watching this and you haven't ever watched the Invisible Man match, go watch it.
Invisible
Incredible
Man, oh my
match.
god, it's an amazing match.
Funny as hell.
Yeah, it's meant to like give you some. Like, if you're getting bored or like there's a time like oh they've just been wrestling and they're just talking and there's like a funny moment. Like you'll get funny moments with the Judgment Day or like just the
I'm a
expressions on people's faces and stuff and like it's just you can have funny moments. But now that you took two comedy based people who are there to
The only
make
ones
you
left, by the
laugh,
way.
huh?
Basically the only ones left in
Yeah.
WWE.
I mean, you got Chelsea Green a little bit, but like it's not that kind of her comedy is more like physical. So what I would like
Yeah.
what someone mentioned to me like is more physical because like she's like a klutz. She's like clumsy, like kind of like but she can also still wrestle, but she's like clumsy and like it's more exaggerated because like she's trying, I'm the woman, I'm the president. But Truth was just like he literally is talking like he thinks he's right. Like he's over here speaking about shit and he thinks he's right in his head, but you're like, that ain't right. But then it makes you laugh because like he knows how to be dumb on purpose, but
Imma send
not.
you over that top rope, Paul Heyman.
Yeah, it's like yeah, and it works because everybody's like, what the hell did he just say? It's like yeah,
I see through your disguise, Tommaso Ciampa.
but now, but now I just understand now the reason why he came out with his own Ron Cena shirt, and the last time is now is because his contract was coming up, and Cena wanted to pay tribute and try to save him, but they didn't give a damn. I was like, all right,
Oh, yeah, did you see your Archer starting an OnlyFans?
he did.
Yeah.
I have not seen that. The only one that I've been hearing about is Elena Black's or Cora Jade, formerly known as Cora Jade. I've only been hearing
Well, I
about that
mean,
one.
obviously, Archer started as a joke, but it's still
Yeah,
funny.
I have not touched that. I'm not going to touch that. I already know how it's going to be.
Mhm.
It's a famous. It's not like no Mandy Rose kind of shit because I heard she has explicit stuff, but like it's Cora Jade. She always and the funny thing is she makes fun of her fans that are gooners. Do you think she's going to show you everything? Yeah. No, not happening. You should know by now that someone like her is not going to show because then she's still also going to be wrestling. Mandy Rose is no longer wrestling, so she can do what she wants. You think Cora Jade is going to show you off some shit and then go wrestle in the ring the next day? No, no. She's also opened up on on a podcast recently and exposed a lot of shit. I haven't fully seen it, but I've seen some clips. I'm probably going to watch that soon or listen to it, whatever. But people are starting to expose some WWE shit, and it's as a fan,
True.
it's disappointing me. And this is a brand. It's like this is not going to go anywhere. It's not making me want to stop, but it's like sometimes I don't get excited when these PR shit happening. I'm excited for the product, but the PR shit just makes me upset
Yeah.
really
Yeah, I
badly.
agree.
But
I agree. Yeah.
yeah,
Let's talk about NXT,
yeah. Let's get to
We kinda
NXT.
got
There's some.
sidetracked, but
But yeah, it's fine. I mean, I guess we went ahead and threw in that shit, and then I mean, I guess it saves us for like the last would be the PLE predictions, I guess. Unless there's
well, I
more. Unless
mean,
there's more, but I mean,
I guess I'll just mention the one other thing. Did you see, the stuff about Slim Jim?
yeah. What's the table Slim Jim? I've been looking at this note for
Okay.
so long.
Oh, so I listen, a lot of people are mad about this, and I am too, kind of, but I also think it's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
From now on, there's gonna be Slim Jim brand logos on the mats. You know, that's normal, right?
Okay.
But there's also gonna be under every single WWE ring on every ring, Slim Jim logo.
So like every table they pull out is just gonna be a giant ass
Yes.
Slim Jim. That's ugly.
Yeah.
That's ugly. That's like
Yeah.
having one of the announce tables like, oh, this is the PLE Slim Jim.
Yeah, I think the whole joke is you snap into a Slim Jim, you
Oh my
snap the table.
god. You know damn well because LA Knight's like their spokesperson. He's gonna be using those tables Saturday. He's gonna
And
pull it
you
out.
know
He's
those
gonna be like,
table spots
yeah.
are gonna get ruined, bro, because every single night they're gonna have to do a table spot for their advertisement.
Yeah, and you have a problem with get the tables or we want tables, and now
Yeah.
this is the reason. All right, well, yeah, LA Knight's gonna use it because he's literally like the spokes guy for that. Like, because like
True.
oh yeah, now he's yeah, which works, but like, oh my god. All right, well, I mean,
Yeah.
it'll look ugly, but I hope it's not like the whole like because I know the Slim Jim logo is like big can be big, but like I hope it's not
Oh,
covering the whole
I'm gonna send
table.
you a picture of what it looks like,
Okay,
reportedly.
covering the whole. We'll probably put it in the. I'll try to remember to put it in the pod. Well, there's gonna be images in this podcast anyway because purely predictions, you know. But
Alright, I sent you it.
okay,
That's apparently what they look like.
I mean, that's better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
like the whole cover was going to be just like because like Slim Jim's got like the red and yellow around it and stuff. I thought it was going to be like the whole thing, but I mean, it's not bad. But that's just like, and like it's also rubbing me the wrong way because it's like poorly placed. It's not even centered. Oh god.
Sure.
Well,
It is
can't wait to
upsetting.
see that. Can't wait to see that Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, for every match is a table spot. All right, well, um, NXT. Let's get it. What
Yeah.
happened? What happened? Well, I know what happened,
Uh,
but
well, only really like two big things really happened on this. Otherwise, it was kind of just promos and like basic matches. But oh, I guess I can just quickly mention that Maliceborn is now out of North Dakota Couch Crew. Whatever. Anyway, uh, Mariah May
the
debuts.
glamorous is here, ladies and gentlemen.
She is, and she's winning that title off JCJ in the first chance she gets.
You
Like
know, like
obviously.
it's the craziest thing because that just has to be. God, that scared me at first. So like, think about it. They put that belt on JC Jane. Mariah May wins. JC Jane's released.
Oh, that would suck. I
That
don't think
scares
they would
me
do that
because I'm
though.
like, there's a reason. Like for her to be the choice to like, I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve it, but for her to be the choice to
Also,
dethrone
any release
Stephanie,
can happen now. Oh no.
yeah, let that marinate in your head for a minute. Anyways, no, for like that to happen, like just to put the belt on her, I'm hoping it doesn't, but because if you think about it, people, these signings, like, what sucks is these signings and these like debuts happen after people get released that you love, and people are really just so mad about truth. Like they're all hijacking everything. Like whatever post it is, like and the debut Mariah May, we don't care where's truth. We don't care where's truth. They don't like. They're so mad that they don't care what's happening. Now I'm not saying you need to hijack everything because like these people coming in aren't aware of this stuff and don't deserve to be berated and be like, oh, we don't care about you. Where's truth? It's like these people are here because they're here and getting an opportunity. Also, Mariah May's wanted to be in the WWE for so long. Vince just refused to hire her at the time. That's why she went to AEW. She feels like she's at home, but it takes
Yeah.
time. It took her so many years, 20, like almost 20 years or
Sure.
10, whatever, less than that. But like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Also, Tony Khan didn't fumble. He treated her well. So
no. Also, speaking of him, he's trying to be like, um, even though people aren't taking it because it's like it's been going on for so many years. Because there's always like the side where nobody knows who to blame. They don't know whether to blame the WWE for starting the beef or AEW. I don't care. There shouldn't be beef there anyway because there was a rivalry that wasn't even happening. Because you can admit AEW just doesn't know how to just not make a promo without mentioning WWE if it is against the next WWE guy. But Tony Khan issued like this thing or statement or something saying that he realizes he's made a mistake and he's welcoming WWE fans with open arms to watch his product. So he's coming around. I'm not saying that's going to lead to a potential partnership with the WWE, but
Are you
I think
so
also
blind?
I think he's also getting tired of the beef too. That some WWE
No,
stars are starting,
you're
and
blind.
I literally saw
Are
the tweet.
are
I'm
you
not blind.
so easily manipulated?
I'm not. I don't hate on other promotions. I'm not manipulated at
I don't
all.
either. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is Tony Khan don't care that he was hating on WWE. He just sees that WWE fans are mad at WWE, so he's like, "Oh, wait a minute. Hey, WWE
Mm,
fans, come watch our product."
I highly
That's
doubt it. I
literally it.
think he's coming around. I think he's finally coming around. I have
No,
hope that
he
he's
just
coming
wants
around.
people to come watch his
No,
product,
I
bro.
think he's coming around. I think he's finally maturing and coming
I don't
around.
I don't hate W. I don't hate AW. I don't
I really
I
hope that
think
he's
all
coming around and
promotions
it's
should
not a
go.
publicity stunt. But I mean, if it is, then like that's
It's obviously
fucked.
a
But I
publicity
mean,
thing.
I really do hope he's coming around because, like, bro, there's no reason to beef. Like, ratings are differently here. I'm not going to say that they don't get in the millions, but it's two different shit. Like, if y'all hire a WWE star, who cares? Like, if we hire an AEW star, okay. I mean, you got they just signed another 5-year deal with John Moxley. Like, dude, you got people like that who are committed to stay over there. It's fine. But also, I saw some people take it too far. I saw this fake tweet come out that like they only offered Mariah May 225,000 for her offer. So fake. Literally, Sean
What?
Ross
Yeah,
Sapp
no.
of Fightful Select shout out said source. It was so wrong because they get everything beforehand. So like, yeah, people are just
Yeah,
making shit up. Like they're that beef is like those fans are like that. They want to just lie and shit. Like, don't do that. Come on now. If you don't like WWE, don't like it. Just go watch something else. The war is just
true.
weird to me, but
Yeah, I
well,
agree.
I guess that's the rest of your notes. But if you want to say something else before we get into the beat,
That's not the rest of my notes.
I read through all your shit.
You could have missed one. Because also during NXT, at the end of the
Oh,
show,
I forgot.
when Trick Williams and Mike Santana have their match, the match doesn't end properly because, lo and behold, out of nowhere comes AJ Francis, top dollar, with delivering a down payment? Yes, delivering a down payment onto the table to Mike Santana, seemingly siding with Trick Williams, which is honestly really curious and interesting. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up.
Nice. WWE brought back Flop Dollar. Let's go. Um, that's interesting because I was like, "Who's AJ Francis?" But I forgot that's his real name. But um, wow. Okay, we got top dollar. We got like literally two halves of. Well, we also still have Ashanti the Adonis. I don't know why he's still signed.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to be mean. Like people should be signed released over these people, but like there's people you're not using that you should. If they're not wrestling, why have them? Why pay? Why
Yeah,
waste your money on them?
why cut our truth but keep people that you aren't even appearing on TV?
Exactly. Um, Especially when like he's clearly not wrestling and his only storyline was with what Carmen Petrovic or whatever her name was. Was it her?
But also we shouldn't wish for other people to get
No, we don't
over.
wish for that, but it's like in a sense you can talk about it because it's like you're not using this guy, you haven't used this guy, but you're using this guy and you release him instead. Okay. But then again, like I mentioned, our truth's contract was ending, and they probably didn't just set a new deal, but it's the new era of wrestling. People are leaving, you know. But um oh well, Flop Doll's back.
Yeah, flip it up.
Actually, I heard he's doing better than his WWE run though. I heard he was doing really good over in TNA.
Oh, he's
So
doing amazing in
that's probably
TNA.
why he is
Yeah.
over here now. So
Yeah, he's doing amazing.
he's probably not going to flop anymore. I don't know if he still does his jumping
Oh, he has
spots,
like the
but
nastiest choke slam. He's doing like great things.
there you go.
So,
Yeah, oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this competition is set for one fall or one.
Wonderful!
Yeah, pretty much, and it is for the Prediction World Championship.
my belt. Announce me the champion.
Well, you gotta introduce the challenger, sir. Introducing first, the challenger from YouTube is I am RedBeard. Don't know why I'm going this way. And introducing the champion from YouTube and wherever the dragons come from is Krodok.
Yeah,
the
that's
PWC
damn right.
champion.
Whoa, whoa, yeah, look at me. Look at me. I'm holding up this belt. Let's go.
And today we are predicting Money in the Bank 2025. Alright, so we are going to go over the rules once again because people forget. The prediction championship rules. You can only predict the winning team or person of a match. You can't win a prediction by guessing a DQ or a cash-in. If a match ends in a DQ, it does not give points to anyone. If the champion draws with a challenger, the champion retains. We'll add in another rule here that's not on the screen. The champion goes first on every prediction. So any match, he will give his prediction first, and he's definitely more stressed out now that I just said that. He forgot. May the best man win. May the best champion retain. Or win, whatever. But, yeah. And this match card is very short. Now, I will add that if something is added, SmackDown, because people think there's going to be 5 matches and 4 seems too short for a show that's potentially been set to be 3 hours. Because I'm not saying, because it'd be very weird if, like, I mean, I wouldn't hurt if every Money in the Bank was 45 minutes and then the other matches were like 20 minutes to at least equal that, but I don't really know what they're doing. But if something is announced Friday, we will do what we did like with Randy Orton at Mania and say, we'll pretty much tell you the next episode, like this is what happened. But we both did mention like Randy was going to be the winner anyway, so we knew, but we do not know if anything's going to be randomly thrown in there Friday. So if something does happen, we'll probably announce somewhere in the server or whatever what we chose. We'll see, but yeah. And you told me you think how the matches are going to go. So I guess I'll let you lead since you're the champion, el campeón.
Damn right. I am the predictions champion. And I'm be honest with everyone here, okay? Backlash, I was confident. WrestleMania, I was confident. Backlash, I had 100% sweep. Money in the Bank, this is the most unconfident I've ever been predicting any PLE ever since I started watching wrestling.
Yeah, because this one, when it comes to multiple people in a match, like the Royal Rumble, because we were doing this outside of the podcast, but even before it started, Royal Rumble was very hard. Like, we vacated Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber because we couldn't figure it out. There's 30 men, and then you don't know who's coming out, but even though they announced who was in it, I'm over here. I could have won it if I said Jey Uso, but I didn't think that he was going to be the highlight of the year. I was like, oh, it was CM Punk could have done it last year. Maybe he'll do it this year. And I was wrong.
Yeah.
And then I thought, if I said Tiffany or Becky, I mean, we would have been tied for Backlash, but it's a good thing that I did something differently. But I know I got some different outcomes for this one, and
well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So lead the way, campeon.
All right, I'm gonna start us off with the Money in the Bank men's match, and this one I debated a tiny bit over. I had to do these really quickly, but I was looking at this list. I was like, LA Knight is the obvious pick, and usually when it comes to WWE, 1 + 1 = 2. But I said, nah, not today, because I think it could be between 2 people. I think it's either El Grande Americano or Penta. Unironically, I think these 2 are the biggest chance to get it.
That's interesting.
But I could also see Solo winning it because that would give him a feud against Jacob, right? But I could also see Seth Rollins winning it because he's trying to get on top. But I don't know. I definitely don't see Andrade winning it. I can see LA Knight winning, but I decided at the end of the day to choose Penta. And the reason I chose Penta is because they've been pushing him so much, and he's been doing so good ever since he debuted, that I figured they might just give him the Money in the Bank. So yeah, I
Wow.
chose Penta.
All right. Well, um, that could be interesting. Uh, all right. Well, I guess I'll give up because I have it. I probably have it on screen by now in the video. But the entire match is Money in the Bank men's, Penta, LA Knight, Seth Rollins, and I forgot everyone else. Andrade,
I
El Grande
I
Americano,
Yeah, sorry, I
and
forgot to do that. It's Solo versus LA Knight versus Penta versus Seth versus Andrade versus El Grande.
yes, which is very stacked. Looks good. Not as stacked as the women's, but um, people I would pick to be in it. But it's kind of random. There's one person I would rather have been had in this, but well. um, he's not in there. But depending on what's going on with his contract, hopefully he's pushed in some degree. But my pick for this, and I had a little debate over it because I'm like, yeah, LA Knight, third time's the charm. But given how PR is, they're not going to listen to what the fans want. I thought about Seth Rollins. Um, and there's many reasons because like my picks are theories for a lot of things upcoming. Uh, you see, I get it. It's been a minute since he's had that belt. Him winning would be right for me in storyline because the thing is, LA Knight, the only title I've seen you eyeing up is the fucking United States Championship. Now I understand, like, oh, he doesn't have to cash in on John or he can cash in on someone else who has it. I still don't think he's really up there right now with main event status and having that main belt right now. But I also don't see him randomly just cashing in on Jay. Like I know there's history with Jay, but there also needs to be build up there. Like, oh, I'm eyeing up that title. Like he's not. He's never. There's usually some promos, especially like Maria. If she were to win, she's probably going after Io because she's been saying that the whole time that this is what I want. She doesn't even care about Tiffany. I would like her and Tiffany, but she's not been targeting that. Because I thought it was like, oh, it would be cool, like if she had a whole switcheroo where she goes after Tiffany. No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think, in a way, it makes sense for Seth Rollins, regardless of like probably CM Punk's going to get involved. I don't want him to ruin another Money in the Bank like he did last year. That was kind of stupid. Um, but if he does, me personally, if he wins, he's immediately going after Jey Uso in the main event. I'm not saying it's going to be a successful cash in, but I can see can see him coming out in the main event and in some way trying to win that belt. Now, there's people there that can prevent him, like Cody, but then it's also like a worlds collide kind of thing. Because what if? Because you know what's funny here, Krodok? Listen to this.
Yeah.
If he goes out there during that main event, he has two people he can choose to cash in on: Cena or Jay. You have two champions in the main event of Money in the Bank. Not saying it's going to happen this early, but just imagine. I would mostly say he would cash in on Jay, but for you to have the main champion right there, I mean, I want a successful cash in. I don't want a failed cash in like last year, but I don't know. I'm locking in Seth because I don't know why this man hasn't really mentioned anything about John, but like it would be cool for like him to go out there and he's got two champions to choose from. I don't know. It just me personally, I see Seth. I want LA Knight too because he's had 2 years to get that moment, but he hasn't gotten it. Also, like in a way, he's over, but his hype, in a way, for me, has died down. I love seeing him. No, not gonna lie on that, but he's had his bit of title share right now, so like I feel like they're not gonna put anything on him for a while, and if they're going to give him the briefcase, it needs to at least be successful. But yeah. So that's just my pick. I think Seth makes a little bit of sense there. Good work. I don't know. I'm probably thinking too because my theories haven't been right. I theorized about Cena and
I
Rock.
think you're thinking way too much into it. I'm being
Well, it's
honest.
like I always like to make a theory of like why it would work, but like I'm saying, like the fact that he's definitely eyeing up the title for Jay, him coming out there in the main event like a freak out or costing the match or something would work. but we'll see. We'll have to see. I like to look
Yeah,
into it because like some things kind of like, if they're writing it, it just to me it like makes sense in storyline. But
that's
anyways,
fair.
what would the next match
Yeah.
be? Would it be Becky and Lyra?
Probably, but
Yeah,
yeah. So I when it okay. So for Becky and Lyra, dude, I think this genuinely might have been like aside from the Money in the Bank matches, this might have been just the hardest one because like I don't know when it comes to a rematch. I think especially on a PLE. Okay, listen, if it was a Monday Night Raw, I would have said Lyra all the way. But a rematch on a PLE, listen, we've had that before, but usually I like it's not for titles. Usually when people do like three matches on PLEs, it's usually not for a title.
right.
Or like there's stipulations. This isn't a stipulation match. This
Mm-mm.
is a regular match for the second time, and that's scary.
Yeah,
And I can see Lyra, I can see Becky putting over Lyra because she did it before, but also I can see Becky taking the title off of Lyra, so I decided to go for Becky.
I did too.
Yeah,
I did too,
yeah,
only because like yeah, I was like, oh, I gotta be careful because if I go with my gut, like backlash, I could be wrong and it can cost me the opportunity to get the belt. But evolution's been confirmed, and to me, it would make sense for someone who was the pinnacle of evolution, who walked out of evolution as a new champion, to walk into evolution as the champion, and then probably lose it to
mhm.
someone. I don't know. I mean, that works for me. And you know what's funny? I sat here a lot because it goes back to Bailey. It keeps going back to Bailey because she's going to show up at some point. And I know you're like, oh, you look too deep into your theories, but like, I love having them because I am a creative. I love to make these storylines, and sometimes I make them in 2K. Yada yada yada. I mean, um,
Fantasy Pumpkin.
but I thought, what better way if you were to put the IC belt on to Bailey, even though it would be way too damn early. Maybe her and Bailey could face at Evolution. Bailey's got to show up at some
I
point
see
before
it.
then.
I see it.
The thing is, it's like it sucks because these PLEs are going so fucking quickly. That's like, oh, you just threw the belt on because I feel like they don't want Lyra versus Bailey since there's like good history there between those two. Because they were eyeing up Bailey to potentially go for that belt, and then she gets injured. So what better way to take down the heel, and maybe Becky wants to give it to Bailey, and this is a way of like, oh, Lyra, there's no reason for Lyra to face Bailey. Bailey's a good person. So, and even though in the storyline she's being, shown as the heel, but because of like what she used to do, but Becky's taking it way too far, so she's the heel. But uh I don't know. I just seen like Becky dropping it to
Yeah,
Bailey makes sense to me. And then potentially again, like, it's just I don't know. I like to do that because like it helps me think of like if this happened, then they could go this way. I mean, I get it. I was wrong about John and Rock, but that's before we knew
yeah,
Rock didn't give a shit about the storyline. So,
sure, sure. Uh,
yeah,
also, also, let me add something. I said there is no stipulation in this match, but technically there is. Not really. But if Becky loses, she can no longer challenge for the title as long as Lyra's champion. And if Lyra loses, she'll be forced to raise Lynch's hand and
and that
acknowledge Lynch.
and that
So,
also like gives me a reason that she might, if this is the last time, she might win it. Not saying like because I mean it never works out because like the last time the John Cena and Randy might no. This one is like if she can no longer face for this title, she might be going home with it. I mean,
yeah.
walking into Evolution as a champ. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it works for me. I mean,
Yeah, dude, I think it's simple. I think it is just Bailey, Becky, and maybe Charlotte added in for a triple threat.
or Lyra as well as a fatal four way. But there's gonna be a lot
Yeah.
going on at that women's PLE. I still
Yeah.
don't know if I'm going. I mentioned it before. I could be going, but I don't know. My buddy has not spoken to me about prices if he's even gotten them yet. But that would be insane for me to see Saturday night's main event and that. Like, oh my, First ever Saturday Smack
Yeah.
event, first ever Evolution. Going there for the women. We're going to support them.
True.
I'm gonna take off my shirt. No, I'm kidding. Um, Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, for real.
um, yeah, that's definitely our pick. Would be Becky. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because
Alright.
this was still put over Lyra. Like she's been put over a lot,
Yeah,
and
true.
she's getting over. So like, it won't be necessarily a setback for her. It'll probably give her some time off, and then she'll show up out of the blue or something. Because we don't even know the matches that are like planned for Evolution at all. Because they have to like as soon as Money in the Bank ends, they need to start setting up shit for the women's PLE. Because if they do it a month in advance, it won't feel as rushed. They rushed Backlash and they rushed Money in the Bank. If they start doing it right away, give me some interesting storylines between all the females. I'll be all for it. I wouldn't mind them doing that whole big female promo like they did when they first announced Evolution. Like get them all in the ring. Like you're gonna at least have to do that to have worlds collide. No pun intended. The PLE. Um, Worlds crash and collide, and like all these women are gunning for something. There's gonna be definitely like multiple women's title matches. You're probably gonna see. It's not gonna be like a 7 match PLE, but you're probably gonna see like Tiffany's going to put her title on the line. Maybe or I doubt Zelina, but Zelina might be there because it's a women's PLE. They're all probably gonna be there. Um, I can't say all NXT women are going to come in there, but they're going to probably try to blend the worlds together. But they'll probably like take big names like Stephanie and like to represent. I mean, well, she's not even on there anymore, but like they'll probably bring in like if I were to guess like Sol Ruka, that would be cool. I wouldn't even mind that. Like just
Yeah.
big NXT women names, like
True.
so JC Jane or like something. But we or even Mariah
Mariah
May is going to be there. I know
May,
she's going to
yeah.
be there. She's definitely going to be there. But we shall see
Yeah,
for that. But the next match,
for
I
sure.
believe, is the women's Money in the Bank. I think it's
Yes,
going to be flip flops,
sir.
but I wouldn't be surprised if they put the women's after the men's. But
I still think that one of
because
the Money
every
in the
year it's
Bank
been
should
women's
main event.
before, but
Dude, I'm always of the opinion that a gimmick PLE should always start with with the women's or men's version and end with. I hate when they have, like, I hate that they're gonna have Cody and John and Jay
yeah,
and Logan main event. Like, I just hate that shit. I don't
they
know
wouldn't
why.
take anything else. And the only reason why Truth's and Cena's was the main event is because well they were giving Jay the shine that night, but also because it wasn't really a title match with him and Truth. They just wanted to get that over with. It was more of a fun match, but yeah.
Yes. Still dumb. Anyway. Yeah, so the women's Money in the Bank ladder match
Yep.
involves Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Naomi, and Stephanie Vaquer.
Fucking stacked, bro.
Um,
That is the most stacked I've seen
yeah,
it since last year, like in a
I
while.
think it's definitely gonna be the best match of the night. Probably
Oh
one of the
yeah,
best
you
Money in
have a
the
lot
Bank
of
matches
flippy
of all
doodah
time.
women in there. They're gonna be
Yeah,
flipping, and
a lot
two
of
big women, two big. You don't have the Stephanie McCurry and Rhea stare down. You're already gonna have that. I already know. They're gonna
yeah, it's
probably
gonna be
like I can see this now. They're gonna start the match. They're all gonna be beating each other asses. All the other women are gonna be outside the ring, and then Stephanie and Rhea's gonna turn around, and Stephanie's right there. She's gonna be like, put her finger up, put her one up. Stephanie confirmed with the bloodline. No, okay.
oh my god.
But yeah, it's shit. It's gonna be a crazy match,
Yeah.
but let's discuss who we think is going to be Miss Money in the Bank.
Yes, again, like, this entire PLE is just so hard to predict for him. I can honestly see it going to, like, basically anybody in any of these matches except Andrade. Um, so, like,
Jeez.
because I could see them doing it for Naomi because Naomi deserves something. I could see them doing it for Alexa Bliss and she came back. I can see them doing it for Rhea Ripley because they would get hella merch
She's
sales.
never had
And
it either. She's never once she's done
true.
everything she's needed to do but that.
Yeah, I could see them going with a newer star like Julia, Roxanne, or Stephanie to get them more over. Like, I can genuinely see every single woman in this match winning it, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing. I like it when it's not like too, predictable. Like, I like
Right.
when there's
No, yeah.
like,
I like
yeah,
these kind of matches. Yeah, when they're not too predictable because you could look at something but like this could work. Like I could be wrong about Seth and like they do go LA Knight's way, but it's like This one, it's like you also it's like who you're paying attention to, they're eyeing up as well.
Yeah. But who I decided to go for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match is who I started with at the start, and that's Roxanne Perez.
Rocks in
Okay.
the bank.
Hell yeah. I don't know, man. I just see something there. I see the vision. I see the vision of Roxanne Perez getting hella pushed. I see the vision of them making her one of the biggest women by next year. Kind of like how they did with Tiffany Stratton. I mean, she's basically following like directly in like Tiffany Stratton's footsteps when you think about it.
Yeah.
Tiffany Stratton like debuted on the main roster, didn't have anything for WrestleMania, came back after, won Money in the Bank. Now she's the champion. I could see them doing the exact same thing for Roxanne Perez. So I went with
She'd
Roxanne.
be honestly, she'd be good with that. Uh, that's a good choice. I
Yeah.
was with you on that choice for a while. Now, actually, I was on a many choices at one point. I did that thing in my head where I was like, "Oh, Alexa Bliss," but I was like, "I'm not gonna make the Elimination Chamber mistake because that woman has won that, and she's won the Money in the Bank already before. I think 2 time. No, she's 1 time. So like usually when that happens, they don't do it again. Now I get it. I had chosen Seth, who's already won it. But I also mentioned Seth because he won it in 2015, and now it's been 10 years later. Imagine he wins it again. Um, wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Because they could do something cool with that. But Alexa Bliss is the same way because she's like won it in I think 17 or 18. But whatever
Yeah.
they have planned for her doesn't necessarily seem like she is. Yeah, she's eyeing up Tiffany a lot, but I don't necessarily
That's just one
see
part.
her winning it. With Roxanne, I agree with that push. This could definitely be the push. For some reason, because Julia's there, because Stephanie's there, there's going to be something in the way to stop her from that. Um, yeah. With Rhea, it would be really cool because Rhea has accomplished everything. We're a Rumble winner. I don't think she's won Elimination Chamber. Um, she's SmackDown and Raw women's champion, and then also one of the first longest running women's world heavyweight champion. So actually, no, no, did Liv beat her? No, I think Rhea is still the longest. Um, but yeah, so like she's done a lot. So like her winning it would be really cool. But it's like here's the thing about this: it's either
Hmm.
she wins it, and obviously she's going after Io Sky. She wins it, and then we just have another Rhea run. Would be cool, but
Uh,
where do you necessarily go from there? Do you want to see that
mhm.
again? We love Rhea, but do you want to see that again?
No.
There's other potential people that she could face for it because she hasn't really it's been a minute since we've seen her go after Charlotte or Charlotte go after her, but Charlotte's really focused on Tiffany. Uh don't necessarily see anything like that. So I definitely not Rhea. Um like Julia, Stephanie, like I feel like it's way too soon for them. For a fact that like they both got called up and they're automatically in the match. That's why I don't see either one of them. But I went with Naomi. I went with
Mm,
Naomi
okay.
because regardless of her being the heel or the villain, she's been on SmackDown so much, and I know damn well she's eyeing up Tiffany. Now, there's a lot of things here because we have Nia Jax and we have Jade Cargill who are all in the way. I'm not saying they're going to come out there. If Jade comes out there, I really hope that doesn't happen because then that ruins a whole thing for Naomi winning it. But Naomi's never won it. And the way she's just been going on about in SmackDown and this villain potential, and people are liking it, I could see her having that thing and using that as like fucking against people. Like she's been terrorizing SmackDown a lot. She's literally you see her lurking in the background. She's been planning, and her as a heel and winning, I think that would be super cool. And I wouldn't mind that. And if her beat cashing in on Tiffany, that could lead to either her versus Bianca or her versus Jade or a whole triple threat of all of them at SummerSlam or Evolution. Not saying that's going to give it to Jade, because some people do want Jade to have that belt, or at least a belt, but fighting for a title is a huge step up from just a regular singles match at like WrestleMania. Because the Jade feud is not done. And now whatever's going on with Bianca, there's probably gonna be a triple threat between all three of them at one point. Like Bianca's gonna be like, "Fuck this shit. I'm gonna beat your both of your asses or whatever." Um, so I could potentially see that. I think Naomi may shock the world Saturday. So that's my pick.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
I
yes, we
mean,
have a lot of
I think they're cooking.
different shit here that woo.
Yeah. So,
And now the
yeah.
main event.
Uh-huh. And arguably the I think it's definitely gonna be the worst match of the night, that's for sure. Definitely one I care least about, which is
Yeah.
sad because it's one of John Cena's last matches in his retirement tour, but I don't care.
And it's
I
also nice to see
genuinely could
Cody,
not care
but
less.
it's nice to see Cody, but like it's literally just it's literally Roman and Rock again is what it feels like. Like the two heroes versus the two villains, and it's like it's not Travis Scott, thank God, but it's like it's
Yeah.
Logan and Cena. It's like it's literally it's a my GM match. Like it's a fucking universe
Yeah.
match. Um
Um,
yeah,
eh,
this one
super boring, but, I listen, I could see either of these teams winning it too, but I decided to just go with Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso because
yeah,
Cody Rhodes just came back, and I figured, well, why not give him a win?
same. Yeah, why not give him a win? Be weird. It'd be cool, crazy cool if one of them pinned Cena like as the champion. But yeah, it's clear as day. Like it's gonna be Cody and Jay. Like it'd be crazy if they had the villains win, but really, I don't think that's gonna happen since Cody just came back. That would be insane. It's like, man, you can't even beat Cena. You can't even beat them here. Like, dude, like I don't think they're gonna do that to Cody. But I'm interested to see where the storyline goes after that. He's obviously probably going to get his rematch at SummerSlam. It seems like they're setting some shit up, but Cody and Cena are definitely Cody and Jay are definitely the pick for this because yeah, I already see that, especially with Jay's match getting ruined at Saturday Night's Main Event. Giving him this win, I guess, will help redeem that because we mentioned it is canon to us now, unfortunately. Uh,
Yep.
so yeah, I think this is probably the best choice. It's Cody. He just came back. Him losing is just like, what'd you come back for?
Yeah.
um,
Plus, he
yeah,
doesn't have to pin John Cena to win, so
no. And then also, like we said, whatever happens Friday, if they add something, we will, in a way, let people know, or we'll just say what it is off camera, and we'll be like, hey, yeah, because this one person's a champion. But, um, that is our predictions. And my God, we're not even at 2 hours. See, I told you, like that shit was gonna go by.
yeah, but I do have a few more things I
Oh
wanna
yeah.
talk about. Um, number uno, I just wanna talk about the state of play a tiny bit. I
Ooh
wanna
yeah.
hear your overall thoughts on it. And I just wanna discuss the 2 things that really stood out to me from the state of play, and one of those things was actually the biggest thing in my opinion, the thing that genuinely is shook the world
And I
and
still
was
may know
so
I
fucking
still making a video on this too
unexpected.
because I have like my own understanding as well. But we can talk about it here. I don't care. But what's the big
Yeah.
thing that I forgot what
The
happened?
big thing that completely shook the entire world by storm and swept the nation under the rug. We have Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls,
Oh
a
yeah,
new Marvel fighting game. And by the way, a tag team fighting game with 4v4.
yeah.
The first one. This is
It looks cool.
revolutionary. This is revolutionary. I'm a huge fighting game nerd. I've been a huge fighting game. I love Dragon Ball Fighters. Arxis made that. Arxis has made tons of good fighting games, but this will truly take Arxis to the next level because the amount of stuff you can do with a Marvel IP and just the amount of cool shit I know that Arxis can do, and the fact that they're expanding on the team fighting genre by making it a 4v4 instead of the classic 3v3 or 2v2, 1v1, they're actually like introducing something completely new, and it looks like they're trying to make it as accessible to beginners as possible. Dude, this is gonna take over Street Fighter 6. This is gonna take over Tekken. This is gonna be the
Don't
new
jinx it.
fighting game.
Hopefully it does. Don't jinx it. But yeah,
Oh, it will.
yeah.
Dude, Arxis has never missed. Like, ever. They
All right.
don't miss. They don't miss at all. Arxis is fucking goated. They do
It
not
looked
miss.
cool. I
Like,
mean, like, because at first I was like, and then I was like, it started to keep going. I was like, all right, this looks good. Like Ghost Rider jumped in. I'm like, all right, yeah, they cooked with this one. They threw Ghost Rider in there. I'm like, and then Doom, and I'm like, yeah,
Doom
it
looks
looks.
sick.
The art style even looks good too, and I'm glad it's like it's full Japanese based. It's
Well,
like,
yeah, they're using a Japanese art style,
yeah,
which is interesting. I actually think that's the best choice they could have made, because otherwise it's just like, well, you're just doing the regular Marvel art
there's
style,
a
but
lot of good games
doing
that
it
were
for
announced.
any
Like even the
design.
Final Fantasy Tactics one, like I told you about that.
Yeah.
It's Evilise Chronicles or something like that. There was a lot of things. My personal favorite that was finally shown off after 5 years, 007 First Light. Um, I am a big James Bond fan. I'm a big GoldenEye fan, but it's not even just the game. It's the developers, IO Interactive, the makers of the Hitman games. They announced years ago that they were working on a Hitman or 007 IP. Radio silent for like so many years just because they're the type that they don't show you anything until they know they're fully ready to show you things. And they finally showed it off. It looks good. It's in the style of Hitman. Like they still kind of have the same gameplay, but it's different this time because usually in Hitman you try to kill people without getting detected. James Bond's an agent. Well, so was Agent 47, but James Bond is one of those agents where it's like there may be stealth in the game, but it's more of like the loud shooter kind of stuff. I mean, people know James Bond. It's third person. Um, I hope there's a first person mode because it can take me back to like the old days of James Bond where it was first person. Uh, I don't know who the model is, but some people have been saying he looks like Dexter from the show Dexter. I don't know the actor's name, but it looks so good. I'm not saying it's going to be the best, but that's a day one cop right there for me. And it's coming out in
Yeah.
2026, and we already have GTA. So my wallet, the bank's gonna hate me. 'Cause why? And then also, I'm hearing this is a rumor, but they've said some shit for God of War might happen at Summer Game Fest, and I'm like, can my wallet please breathe? No, it cannot. And I'm not gonna get my hopes up on that because like rumors don't always true. They've been rumoring God of War for like 3 years, but yeah, it looked great. Like I love the kind of like I mean I've been waiting for it, so I'm excited for it. I'm gonna be playing it day one, and yeah, there was other shit too, like Neo 3. He doesn't really care. I thought he, because you played Neo, so I thought you were in a
I have
way.
not played Neo.
I thought you played Neo. Huh.
I've never played it.
Huh. Well, um,
I have the game, never played it.
it was a good state of play, but like people think too much on that damn thing. They think it's gonna be like a long ass showcase, and they're thinking big games are getting announced. They showed Ghost of Yotei, but it was more another cinematic. It wasn't really a gameplay. They're saving because they said some things are happening in July. They're going to show things in July because there's another like
Well,
game fest afterwards.
you,
There's
you
a
know what
summer
they
game
did show,
fest.
though?
Yeah,
Witcher
there,
4.
right. There's a summer game fest and there's a future games fest or something like that. It's like future games. But Ghost of Yotei is coming out this year. Yet they've still not shown gameplay. But I'm assuming they will. I don't think that's going to get delayed. It doesn't have to get delayed now because GTA 6 isn't coming out this year.
Yeah.
So they can have their spotlight.
I don't think Sucker Punch is doing anything else, so.
No, but I mean, they're definitely going to show some stuff at least. They're going to show some gameplay. If it's coming out this year, there's still no release date. There's going to be, it's probably going to be like fall or winter, um,
Yeah.
but
I.
and there was like a pirate game, Sea of Remnants. I don't think it's a Sea of
Yeah,
Thieves continuation, but I mean, I thought it was
it's
because
not, but it looks sick. You know how much I love pirates. I'm
you were
copping that
fighting a
shit.
giant like creature in on a ship, like it's open world, and you can like I might get that. Like that
I'm
looks cool.
copping it, man.
If
I
it's and if
love
there's
pirates.
multiplayer, he and I are playing that shit together. I don't think
Oh,
it's gonna
fuck yeah,
be,
we
but
are.
if there's like
I will drag you.
Okay,
I
if
will
there's like
knock
online
you
mode, we'll
out
upload,
and make
we'll
you
play it
do
as
it.
a series or we'll stream it. Like we don't, it looked cool. Like it's like because like there's sometimes like state of play stuff. Like
We should
I
stream the Marvel game, bro. You should play that when
probably
it comes out.
if it's like I feel like you think it's gonna be free to play.
No, it's definitely not gonna be free to play.
It's not
No.
gonna be. I mean, at some point if I do get it, I will. But
Alright.
yeah, that game just looks cool. But because there's some games I will say that I don't like. There's like this one game called. There's one game coming out called Baby Steps.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you didn't fully probably watch. You should go watch the trailer. It's kind of weird, but like it's like
I didn't
these.
watch the state of play. I just watched the stuff afterwards.
I
That
don't know
seems
what it is, but it's like this game, and it's supposed to be wacky and goofy, and it's like these people are like learning what life is or something, but you have to control the character's legs. They have to walk. They have to get around. Like you're not like just walking with a joystick. You're pressing buttons, and the legs have to move. So like it's like people like these older like these adults. I don't know what it is. I don't know the concept, but it's like they're walk you have to walk and make sure like you get them to destinations or whatever by controlling their legs and like it's very weird. It's interesting, but I don't know. Um there's also this multiplayer based game coming out. It's not really multiplayer, but it is a first person shooter and pretty much what it is it feels like a Detroit Become Human kind of thing where you choose pathways to do, but you're seeing what the previous online player chose. So you have to make your choice. Like there's like a one scene where like a guy's like, "Please help me," and then it cuts to like what the previous player chose, and then it tells you like the success rate or like what happened, and then if you choose that way, it's like a different pathway kind of thing. It's very interesting because when it said multiplayer, I was kind of rubbed the wrong way because I thought it was one of those live service games. No, it records what previous or global players have done. You either make that same choice or you make your own choice. So it's like a choose your own
Whoa, that
adventure kind
sounds
of thing.
sick. What is
Yeah,
that?
it's kind of sick. I'll have to. I don't remember the name. I'll find it for you and I'll show you the trailer. But
Okay.
um, if I remember it, maybe I'll put it on the screen here and like y'all can see what I'm talking about. But it's like first person, and it's just I don't know the concept of it. I think it looks like you're on like a rig. It looks like I don't know what it is, but you're on the water, but it just looks so cool. At first, I was rubbed the wrong way, but I was like, that's kind of cool. Like based on the choices from other people, because there's probably multiple. It's like a pretty much like a live service Detroit Become Human, but it's definitely not a live service game. It doesn't look like it. It's pretty much a multiplayer story game, but you don't have to require someone to be there. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's
yeah, and
sick.
there's other indie games. I mean, like I don't hate on state of play. Like I love indie games to shine. And then people are like, there's this one game called like Hirogami or something or Horigami. I don't remember what it's called, but it looked cool. I um just like, and then people are like, oh, there's so many samurai. I'm like, y'all realize Sony is an Asian company. Um, it's really not that hard to know that it is. Literally where their headquarters are. So
And also, who cares? There's so many of
yeah,
everything to
they
pick.
also they make games for us, yeah, but they gotta let their people shine too. You're just gonna like just make AAA American games and then not expect them to make Japanese, Korean. Like they know how to
Listen,
cook. We
all I'm
got
saying
Stellar
is
Blade.
nobody's cooking about all the war games we got.
No,
Like,
no one's cooking. No, but I'm saying like
sorry, no one's complaining about all the war games we
no.
got.
Most of the yeah, exactly. Most of their shit is Japanese based, but also manages to translate to American or fit enough into the American style of it. We have Stellar Blade people. That is a Korean game, and look how the Americans reacted to it. They fucking love it. A little too much, but they love it. Uh, so quit complaining about seeing the 50th Samurai game because they're fucking fun. Okay, because I used to be that way, and then now I'm a fan of Wukong. Still gotta finish it. I literally plan on getting the Wolong game. It's the same concept. There was another game in there that it's like was Japanese fighting based. I forgot what it was. I think that might have been Neo because it is a female protagonist. But just like those kind of fighting games, I've gone out of my comfort zone. I used to have a comfort zone in games. Now I don't. But I still won't touch multiplayer shit because I'm tired of COD. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I I mean, Dude, The Witcher 4 looks so fucking good.
Oh
But
yeah, they showed The
also,
Witcher 4. Yeah.
dude, also though, there's a history of Witcher games not looking like they do from the trailers. And I feel like that's just a CD Project Red thing
It's a
because their
cinematic.
games always look different. No, that wasn't. No, the trailer had gameplay too.
Oh, did it look good?
Yeah, it looked really good.
I
But
didn't, yeah, I
like,
missed. I think I missed it because I joined the stream late.
okay, well, no, sorry, the trailer didn't have gameplay, but they did like a little thing afterwards and showed some game.
Yeah.
Um, but that gameplay looked incredible. But also, it is very known that CD Projekt Red literally changes the look of the game like every single. So
Hmm.
who knows?
Well, I
Who
mean, with
fucking
Cyberpunk, that shit was different because they were working on that so much. So like, you had to change it a bit. But
Yeah, but they also did it with Witcher 3. Like, if you look at the first Witcher 3 trailer, it looks way different than the actual
yeah,
game.
well, it's like they see what looks good, and then like if they give a trailer, like let's say they're in beta testing, and like, oh, it's gonna look better after this. Look, same with GTA. The way GTA looks in that trailer, that's not the final look. It's gonna look extremely better by the time the same thing with Red Dead. Red Dead had some like weird, like had graphical improvements during their like trailers. Then when the game came out, it looked 10 times better than that. If you had it on PC when it came out, because PS4 graphics are good, but not as good as they are now with the PS5 graphics. But
Yeah.
um, but I guess I'll talk about Summer Game Fest predictions. This is whole predictions
Yes.
episode. Yeah.
Uh, I'm,
Um,
I'm gonna say mine, and we'll go
go
back and
ahead. I
forth.
mean,
We'll
yeah, go
sit.
ahead.
Yeah, we'll go one me, one you. You know.
Okay.
Uh,
Just say them out loud. Yeah.
yeah. By the
GTA.
way, all of mine are like wild ones. Like I don't really have predictions. These are more just like things that I think could happen that probably won't, but I'm just gonna say it just to say it.
Mm.
Um, the first one I have is GTA trailer. We get another GTA
Oh,
trailer. I think that's
okay. I had that same
pretty
thing.
obvious.
I had that
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah,
It's hard to tell because they like to do shit on their own. Like they like
true.
to, but I could see it. But don't get your hopes up because we just got trailer 2. So like the only thing I can really say is like it's rare the devs don't show up anymore, which is which is funny. They used to do it a lot at E3. Now they barely show up to say anything. Also, I don't think they're slated to appear because they showed all the people who were supposed to be there. But PlayStation is there, and well, PlayStation has been promoting the shit out of GTA more than anything. So
True.
it's not a PlayStation IP. It's going to Xbox as well, but still, they're promoting it more. But I'd like to see that. It's a very, very big if. Um, but would be cool if they just threw it in there randomly and we're just like, all right.
True. Yeah, what's on
um,
yours?
that's one I can agree on with you. In a way, I want to see something about Wolverine, but I don't think it's going to
I have
happen.
that too.
I don't think that's going to happen. I really want
Me
to because
neither.
they were like, "Oh, it didn't show up on. Why didn't it show up on the State of Play?" The State of Play is not a PlayStation Showcase. A PlayStation Showcase is like 2 hours long. State of Play is like an hour, 30 minutes long, or 30 minutes to an hour. Those are to let mostly indie games shine, smaller games that are not really AAA. You weren't going to get I get Ghost of Yotei is considered to be AAA, but that's because that's the main focus they're on right now with their big games coming out. And they only showed a small trailer. They didn't even give gameplay because the shine for that trailer was supposed to be Tokon. It was supposed to be that. That's what they were excited about to share more. But relax, you have like 15 other game conventions coming up, especially Comic Con. It ain't over just because the state of play ended. There's definitely possibly a PlayStation showcase happening sometime this year.
Yeah.
Multiple events happen, people. Relax, you're getting something. But yeah, Wolverine, because people have been talking about it, and Insomniacs has
Mhm.
been really silent for the last 2 years, or the last year and a half since the New York Comic Con. They haven't said
Yeah.
anything about Spider-Man 3. They haven't said anything about Wolverine. So I feel like a trailer of some kind would be good. Um,
Ah,
because or at least an announcement coming out there showing something. You are won't get
yeah.
gameplay, but from giving what they did with Spider-Man 2, they gave us a lot of shit like for a 12-minute trailer. So them announcing it at Summer Game Fest would be cool, but it's hard to tell. But if that shit is
Mhm.
announced to come out in 2026, Like a GTA
Uh,
and then 007.
it would not. It would be
No,
2027
2027 would
eventually,
be
but
yeah.
yeah, I think that's a good one. By the way, for me, I'm going from like my ones that I can see happening to like the ones that are super wild. So I'm going from the ones that I think like are probably going to happen to the ones that I think probably won't happen, but would be wild if they did.
Mhm.
Um, so the next thing I have here is I think we just get more Ghost of Yote, but
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of just get like a tiny bit, but
Hmm.
I don't know. I still put on like another Ghost of Yote trailer
I
that
agree
we
with
get
that.
like maybe some gameplay. Yeah.
Um, well, I guess as I mentioned it, something God of War related. This is something I think's not going to happen because the
Mm,
rumors have been around so damn much and there's no confirmed sources. But something God of War related, not a new game, but a remake of the trilogy.
yes.
And potentially, oh yeah, we didn't mention also before I even get to that, we didn't mention the other thing in State of Play, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Mm.
Oh yeah.
Um, all the arcade games, MK1, 2, 3, 4, Deadly Alliance, and there's another one after it. I can't remember what it is. And then there's question marks. So there's more being added. I think they're going to add it to like 10 games. I don't know what they're doing here.
Probably just
Um,
add Armageddon and stuff like that.
yeah, I was saying because it goes from there's a Mortal Kombat that came out in 2003 and it stops there and they haven't announced more because Deception, Armageddon, and all them came out around 2004 and 5. So like throwing them in there would make sense, would be okay, but I think they're not going to go any further than that. They're not going to add like Mortal Kombat 2011. It's probably just going to
Yeah.
be the older games like from PS from like because there's like GameCube ones that they're adding. Um, or I think GameCube or Game Boy or something like that. I can't remember what they're adding, but one of them's game something. I can't remember. It might be GameCube,
Okay.
but yeah, that's cool. But back to that, yeah, God of War, just because like they've been talking about it for 2 years, maybe three, and the rumor is getting closer. No, I don't believe the shit that I see on Twitter when they're like, this is the lineup, and then you see Concord 2 at the bottom, and it's like, it's definitely a lie because Concord 2, really? Okay. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I would hope for that. There's also another trilogy that I want to be remade, but I'll let him tell him his next one.
Okay. Well, I don't have any trilogy thing, but
What?
I
Yeah.
uh, going up to ones that are slightly less likely in my list. Actually, no, no, no. You
Half
know,
Life
I
3?
still have
No.
no, no. I still have two more that are very likely. I think we get a Monster Hunter Wilds Title Update 2 trailer. So
Ooh. All
I
right. All
think that's
right. All right.
very, very likely.
Hell yeah. Um, I necessarily don't have any less likely stuff, but like Max Payne. Well, actually, this one works. Max Payne trilogy remake. Um,
Oh,
big fan of the Max Payne games. Now they have talked because the thing is, this is not even a rumor. This is a thing that's been confirmed to be in the works. Remedy Entertainment themselves have talked about this. Now, with the recent passing of James McCaffrey, the original voice of Max Payne, rest in peace, he passed away last year. The not necessarily the hope went down, but I would assume, however they remake this, they reuse assets, and just reuse voice lines because I think there's like oh yeah, Snake Eater's coming out, so like they just reused shit from that game and just have remastered it. Um, and it really looks like it's supposed to look. It looks like a PS3 game. They didn't plan on putting crazy ass graphics on that game. It's a remake of Snake Eater. Mostly it's a remaster, but reusing assets doesn't hurt. It's like they obviously have to like change things and make it sound good and look good, but they've been talking about it and they've been saying that 2025 is like the slated prediction for it to be announced or released. I would love that. I would love that because I think I heard Remedy Entertainment's supposed to be there. Now they could be saying something about another Alan Wake project or in their Control series, but if they've been working on that, I'm gonna cry again because my wallet's gonna.
Ugh,
um, yeah, that's
yeah.
another thing. But
Okay.
continue
Um.
yours.
This is my last like really obvious one that I think everyone can expect to just kind of happen. and then I have like more like crazy ones. But Death Stranding 2 trailer, I think we
Yep.
get. Yeah, so
Yep.
I don't know. I just feel like
They
there
haven't
you
got a
go.
release. Have they gotten a release date for that? No.
No.
No. I do, however, know Jacksepticeye's already playing it. No, I saw it on his
Oh,
Twitter. He's already got it.
all right
Um,
then.
so that must mean that it's definitely going to release soon, since
Yeah.
yeah, the embargo is probably not lifted yet.
Hmm.
Because it really hasn't yet. But people like him get early access anyways. But it'll probably
Yeah.
come out in like a month or two if they announce something. So definitely like that and a release date. Ghost of Yotei is probably going to get a release date. Um,
Yeah.
what else was I going to say? Oh, I expect to see. I probably don't. I probably just like a little snippet, a little bit more of Mafia: The Old Country.
Oh,
Just
yeah, yeah.
because like that's coming up literally like in 2 months. So ready for that. My God, I don't know if I'm gonna stream this shit, or I might. I don't even know. We could finish Batman by then. Um, but definitely excited for that. I'm probably the most out of both of us because like I play the Mafia games, but I mean,
Yeah.
definitely just excited to see a little bit more insight on the game. Like we've seen the trailers and stuff, and like some gameplay in the trailer elements. Just a little bit more like insight, or just like to announce like if they're anything's happening, or like just more into. I like a little bit more insight on stuff.
Hmm.
Um, I will say this, and if this happens, you might need to shield your eyes if they say anything about Subnautica 2. Um, I'm not saying that's probably going to happen, but if it does, run out of the room.
Sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
Oh, my bad. I said that if anything were to come through, um, and it's probably a moment where you need to shield your eyes, Subnautica 2.
Oh, damn, dude, that's one of mine. You know what I said? My prediction's even wilder than that. I said Subnautica 2 release date. I think we get a release date.
Yeah, it could work. I mean,
I
I'm just
think we
like,
get one.
if it's a trailer you want to avoid, just run out of the room and be like, "Hey, tell me."
I will. I'll just be like covering my face. Like I'll take my headphones off. I'll
Yeah,
fucking I'm not looking.
because you said you're
Like I
watching it with someone, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be
And I
solo
don't
streaming. He won't be in there. Cry for him. Okay. No. Yeah. I'll be. Yeah. Keep in mind. Yeah. I'm putting this out now so people remember. I will be reacting to it Friday night. I will be streaming it and watching it and talking about it. It's a long show, so I'll be streaming very long. Yeah. But I don't know if I have many more.
uh if you want me to just take
Yeah.
over the
You can
rest
take the
that I
reins. I'm
have.
thinking of some, but yeah.
Okay. I think we get Resident Evil 9 announcement. I don't think listen, I don't think we get any gameplay, but or any like even just like a thing. I think it's literally just an announcement. They're just like, we're working on the game. That's it.
The
That's
funny
it.
thing is that'd be cool because I just heard like they did make an announcement on State of Play that Resident Evil 2 and 3, the originals, have been added to PlayStation as a port, but that couldn't mean anything. But that would be crazy. I don't know
I
if
know.
who
I
makes
know.
Resident Evil. Is it? It's Capcom, right? I don't know if they'll
Spirit
be there.
it's Capcom. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if they'll be there, but that'd be sick. That would actually
Yeah.
that'd be cool. I'd be like, and there goes my bank. It's just everything just keeps adding up, and then it's giving me content, but then it's like,
Yeah,
um,
true, true, true.
yeah.
Getting into even more insane ones that I have here.
Well, I
I think
I wanted to add.
oh,
I was saying now that you gave me an idea
oh,
on Resident Evil, Resident Evil 5 remake,
oh,
because
that's
we've
very
gotten to
true.
4 and it's been what 2 years since 4 came out, so they could get because I don't think they're. I feel like they're gonna go all the way up to 6 and then just stop
Yeah,
because there's no reason to remake 7. Seven's perfect. I don't care what anyone says. Seven's my favorite.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I just for some reason, if not RE9, 5 remake, which it gets weirder in 5 because you're more military and shit, and it gets weirder because you're playing as Chris, and it's more military than like because
yeah,
people can agree Resident Evil was starting to die off around 5 and 6 because it started getting very weirder and was more like action shooter more than a survival horror game. That's why 7 had to come back to it, but it still was fun, is what I've heard, and I played a little bit of it. But yeah, I could potentially see that being announced. If
yeah.
not
I think
9.
I
But they
think
could
that's
still
very
mention like, "Hey, we're working on 9."
true.
So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
hell. Um,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. I also Um, okay, this is now we're getting to like Disneyland, where it's like stuff that will probably not like happen, like has like a 0.0.1% chance to happen, but I still have it here. Um, number one is well, not number one, but the first one I have here is Kingdom Hearts 4. We get a Kingdom Hearts 4
I've
trailer.
been seeing that. Yeah.
I don't think it happens, but
Yeah. You know what mine
maybe.
is? My next one, mine would be Bloodborne 2. That's not happening. It's not happening.
Oh,
I'm sorry, y'all.
hell no.
Kill me in the comments. It's not happening.
It's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you can say with things that's not happening. The Venom game.
I still have more stuff that I am
Well, I
predicting.
was just throwing it out there, but the Venom game from Insomniac.
Oh,
They canceled that.
yeah.
Y'all need to shut up. They canceled it. Okay. They canceled it because of the hacks. They're probably working on other shit, so they canceled
Yeah,
it.
true. Yeah, so I also have okay. Listen, these are gonna sound crazy, okay? But I think there's a chance that we get MK2 announced.
That's a little too soon, I think.
I know, but bro, they stopped
2023. God,
DLC for the game. They stopped DLC for the game. They stopped supporting it. Basically, I don't know, man. They're doing a definitive release. I think it's
oh
over. I
yeah,
think
I
it's
forgot
over.
definitive. Um,
Yeah, I think it's
I
over.
mean, okay, possibly. I can go back to things that I know will be talked about more. Naughty Dog's next IP, Intergalactic.
Oh, yeah, dude, that show
Um,
looks good. I want that.
well, it's like there's not much shown, but I mean, like where they're going for, where it's a whole different thing, and it's definitely looks like it was going into Souls based, because like the way she was about to fight that monster, but I definitely think we're gonna see more of that because they are supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Um, they're probably not. They're probably just gonna like remind us that the fucking Last of Us complete is coming out in July. They're just gonna be there to probably promote that too. As far as I know, the Last of Us show is done. I don't think they're adding any more to it. There's no reason to because the game doesn't have a third part, so why have a season three? Unless they
Yeah,
make their own original story, I don't think we're gonna have a Last of Us season three announcement. There's no reason for that since you
yeah,
literally don't have any more of the story to talk about. But Intergalactic is probably going to be shown off with more gameplay or more
I agree with
because
that.
they, it's still early in their development, I think. But it's like if it's done, it's like half and half if they show it or half and half they don't. But
Mhm.
would be
Yeah.
nice to see it.
Yeah, my next thing here, I think that we get a trailer for the rumored Avatar: The Last Airbender open world game. I think we get a trailer.
What? I've never heard of this rumor. What?
Yeah, did you not hear it? There's
No,
like
I
a
just said I didn't.
there's been like a rumor for a long time of like a Avatar game they're making where it's like basically you get to be like any bender and you get to be like an avatar. And it's like open world and you like make your own story.
Who is
So
developing it?
bro, it's just rumors. I don't
Fuck.
remember. This is like months ago,
I swear
but
to God, if they give it to Ubisoft, I'm done.
no. Oh yeah, that would suck.
If they give it to
Oh
Ubisoft, I'm done. I couldn't really tell, like, because it would definitely be like It wouldn't be Nickelodeon based. They can because I feel like they can because it's not even bound to Nickelodeon as an IP anymore. Because like Netflix did it, so like it could be its
no,
own thing.
Nickelodeon
But I
doesn't.
couldn't really imagine what dev team could do it. It could be a random dev team that we don't even know about. But
Yeah.
uh, I
Yeah.
guess I
Anyway.
mean hell, I mean I'd be for it. I mean it would feel like I hope it's not like a Hogwarts Legacy thing where it's like you could be any bender or any wizard in it. Because I don't know if
Yeah.
that game did well anymore. I mean,
Um.
hmm, that's an interesting one.
Yeah. y-
It's really hard. There's so many more, and like mostly I just go off of like PlayStation because like I don't know what else is gonna be there. Because I could say Xbox too because there's other things, but I want to know if that Blade game is gonna be talked about. That Bethesda
oh.
Blade game because it
Mhm.
was announced last year. Radio
It's not.
silent once again because Bethesda's been working heavily on Doom: The Dark Ages. That was their next release. Um, that would potentially be the and I if that does happen, I want it to come to Game Pass because that's the only way I could be able to play that game. I wouldn't be able to play the game. I don't own an Xbox, but the only way I'd be able to play that game is if they give it a PC release. I don't think they
Yeah.
will, but Bethesda's been open to giving PC releases. So Game Pass, please. But it looks cool because it's set in the comic style. Uh but we don't know anything else about it, but that has been announced to be something worked
Yeah.
on. So I would like to see that.
All right. I have two more,
You
and
said that two
these are
more
the
times ago.
no, no, no. No, 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 that I said that for the things, but
Oh, okay,
these are
okay.
my, like, last 2, and these are the craziest ones I have on.
All right.
Silk Song shadow drops during
Coke,
Summer Games
Coke,
Fest.
Coke, not
It's
happening.
shadow drops
Not
during
happening.
Summer Games Fest. There's no announcement, there's no
No,
trailer,
just imagine
it's
that. It's
just
just like
on the Steam store.
no, just imagine that like out tomorrow. You're like, what the fuck?
Dude, I would lose it. I
Do you
would
remember?
genuinely
No, do
lose
you
it.
remember when God of War DLC did that? It was like it
Yeah,
came
I
out and then it's
know.
like coming out Monday. You're like, what?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's gonna happen with Silk Song. It's gonna happen, man.
I mean,
It's gonna
the
happen.
fact that it's like we're literally in the middle of 2025
Let me
and
grab
nothing's
my
been
clown
announced
wig.
since the trailer was just randomly thrown in or the gameplay. They gotta have something there.
Exactly.
They gotta have
I
something there.
Plus, no, as someone who's a Hollow Knight fan and someone who knows Team Cherry, the people that make Hollow Knight and Silksong, right? They are such trolls. Like Team Cherry are the biggest trolls on the internet. That's why they showed the game off like that, just in a random thing like that. That was the most Team Cherry thing ever. I loved it. And honestly, it would be the most Team Cherry thing ever to not even announce it, but just shadow drop it during Summer Games Fest on Steam, where you can buy it. Like honestly, that's such a
Like,
Team
hey,
Cherry
if you
thing to
look at
do.
your Steam store, it's there. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's such a I could honestly see them doing
Shit, and be like, yep, as we speak, it is now available in the PlayStation Store, Nintendo, PC, yada yada, yada. I mean, yeah.
yeah, what I mean.
But
Yeah.
I mean, shit, that'd be cool. Because I was waiting for you to announce. I was like, he has not said Silksong yet at all. What is this man doing? But
Yeah. I was
uh,
saving it for the
I
yeah.
don't know if I have any more. There's so many good games. Because I can't even remember like what I talked about. Oh, Borderlands.
Oh, yeah,
Some
yeah.
Borderlands kind of thing. Like I have to go play the old ones to even be excited for it, but it was announced
That's
um
true.
for the Game Awards. So there's a lot of things that we haven't seen yet from the Game Awards announcement. I would assume that they have something at least ready by now. But I think Borderlands is still in some sort of early development, so the best thing we would get is like a cutscene, I think, or like a cinematic look.
Yeah.
Because they're still working on it. That's probably gonna be like a late 2026 release if that does come out next year.
All right. Are you ready for my most wild one?
I'm
That'll
ready.
probably not happen. Like there's literally like 0% chance that'll happen, but if it does, holy shit, would it be awesome that I'm right.
All right.
So, imagine this. The show's about to end, right? Show's about to end. And they say Jeff is like, "Oh, but one more thing to show you." And then black screen and just a title sequence. Nothing else, just a title. No gameplay, no trailer, just a title. And it says Battlefront 3.
And you know what? That was on my mind, but I didn't have it. I had it in the back of my head. I was about to say because the devs, have been saying like, "I want to get the game back together," and I'm like, "What if they already have it being worked on and they're just trying to make us happy and give us hope?" Now imagine EA is supposed to be there, so I mean, I don't know what else they can be doing except for sports, but uh, that I didn't even mention. If not
Okay.
that, Jedi 3.
Oh,
I
dude,
forgot about that
yeah.
because we did talk about
Yeah.
Jedi. If not that, Jedi 3. But I know there's gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh, it should have been Battlefront 3, but
Dude,
potentially they,
Battlefront 2 has come back, man.
Battlefront 2's come
It's
back.
back.
More people have gotten it, but like the thing is, it's like they could technically announce both, but Battlefront
True.
3 stealing the show, that's definitely yeah.
Yeah.
Um that's all I got. There's probably more people
That's
got
all
like
I got
PC and
too.
indie
Yeah.
stuff that I don't know just because I'm not aware. Um, but like that's some things that I would think and be excited for because they're definitely leaving the big AAA stuff for this event alone. That's why State of Play got its shine. So then the other people will get their big moments, but definitely the big AAA stuff will be for State of Play. I mean, Summer Game Fest. But there's also Future Games Fest or whatever after that. I don't know if I'll stream that because that one like it's good, but there's also some games that I haven't cared about. But we shall see whenever what day that falls on. But I'm definitely streaming it
Yeah.
this Friday. 5 p.m. EDT. It's like 2 p.m. CST, whatever Pacific time I believe is 3. So like mark your calendars because I'm gonna be reacting to it and discussing with my fellow gamers. But
Yeah.
that's all I have for this podcast.
Yeah.
So
Well, wait. I need to give my hot take of
the
the
hot
week.
takes, yes.
My hot take of the week is people get way too heated and care way too much about the Game Awards and the Oscars and the Golden Globes, all that bull. At the end of the day, who fucking cares? It's an empty.
Yeah, while I was because I didn't have mine in the first, but I while we were talking about games, I did come up with one. Um, to be honest, it's not really a hot take, but it's more of like really should be factual, but I don't really think the console system wars fucking matter. I don't think it fucking matters who's
They
better than
don't
the
exist
other.
anymore.
It's not really a hot take because I don't really have one, but I think it's something like a topic to like need to
Yeah.
be shown
I mean,
because
they don't
like
exist anymore.
they don't exist. Well, they don't, but I still see it a lot where people still shit on people for having Xbox or PlayStation not having
Yeah.
any games. And then obviously everyone jumps Nintendo for their prices and stuff, but it's like I don't think you need to care so much about what someone has. If Xbox if PlayStation doesn't have the best fucking racing game like Forza, if PlayStation or if Xbox doesn't fucking have God of War, it does not matter. Uh if PC can get all of them, who cares? If you enjoy one thing, if you enjoy the other thing, but I'll say this right now. Maybe I can give you my hot take. PC's better than both of them in some regards to where how you can run things, what you can play. I'm aware that you can't always get access to PlayStation right away because they give it a while for that before they port it, and then Xbox shares it a lot of things. I only think it's better for my preference. I don't think it's better. I'm not trying to tell you that you need to get an Xbox
No,
or you need to get PC or PlayStation. In my
you're
preference,
right.
it's better because well, yeah, you can agree with me. There's gonna be people who don't
Well,
agree
no,
with
no, no,
me.
no. Listen. PC is objectively the best way to play games and video games, but for most people, they'd rather just get a console because it's more casual. So for more casual
Yeah,
gamers, a console is easily the better way to go. But if you're like a
right.
hardcore gamer, PC is the best thing you can
And
do.
I was casual at one point. I wanted
And
to
depends
stay
on budget too.
console for the rest of my
Yeah.
life. I wanted to stay console. I probably would have upgraded in the future if I didn't this year. But I also do more things. I like to make my videos and I like to stream and there's other games you can get to on the PC that you cannot get on a console because they haven't ported them or they won't port them. So yeah, and there's a lot more you can do. I understand PC's very expensive. It is. And it's hard for people to get them. But I'm telling you, if you have that moment, instead of going after the next console, the PS6, the Xbox 2, whatever the hell it's going to be called after the Xbox One S or the Series, it, save money and invest in a PC. Your life will be changed. I never used to shit on PC, but I used to always like be negative toward it because we were getting shit on for having consoles. If you're yeah, like you said, if you're casual and you don't want all the specs and you don't want all the upgrades, because over time I like I just said I upgraded my graphics card because my games were running but they weren't running at the performance that I wanted and it was causing me problems. Like literally Doom was the reason I went and got a new graphics card just because that shit was bad in graphics. I had to lower the graphics. I had no ray tracing. So I went and did that and now it's phenomenal. And I can play it with no I've been playing it with no lag. No lag whatsoever. And I'm having the time of
Yeah.
my life because I love it. So
But
yeah, if you're casual, stay on console. But if you want the best gaming experience, I recommend PC over anything. Because console, you have a built-in SSD or whatever Xbox has built in. You don't have to worry about upgrading shit. You just got to make
And
sure you
also just
update the game.
way tech issues on console.
Yeah, yeah. And making sure things are good, not dirty, clean, making sure your
Mhm.
graphics card's up to date, make sure your motherboard isn't scratched or torn up. Because if that happens, that costs you a fortune. So, you don't
Yeah,
want to.
consoles are way more easy and accessible to
Yeah,
people.
and they are expensive, but like you really just have to turn it on and make sure you plug it in. Like PC, you have so many components. I literally have so many components hooked up to this damn thing. I can't even tell you how much power I'm probably running up here. Like in my room
I have,
alone.
like, 80 cords, bro.
Yeah, so like it's just it's a more maintenance kind of thing and investment, but it's a good investment when you can do it. Don't break your bank if you can't do it.
Yeah,
I
don't,
almost broke my
like
bank, but I found a solution. There's solutions to getting something without paying in full price out there. Research, say, hey, I want a PC, but I don't want to pay for it right now. There's a thing called buy now, pay later. That's how I have some of the things that I have, is because it's an investment, it's a monthly payment, and it helps you. Yeah, it adds up, but if you got an income or whatever, if you got a job, it really doesn't hurt you that much because you're not paying $1,200 for a full price PC. You're just paying monthly or paying weekly, however your shit's set up, however their policy is. Some of them require you to have good credit, some of them don't. It's just there's ways you can get stuff without having to pay full price. It helps those people
that's
who
how I
are
got
in
mine.
the low class working who can't afford something, and you just got to make sure it's like a credit card. You just got to make sure you pay your payments or you're fucked. It's pretty much. So
Yeah.
if you got a PC, not everyone's rich, but you can get hand me downs or you find out a way to buy it yourself. But
Yeah, I mean,
you
for
know,
me, just basically my brother just gave it to me, sold to me, and it's just
yeah,
installments to him, you know? We just
right.
pay installments to him, so
And even to make it better, you would, upgrade your processor, upgrade your graphics, is whatever. It's like there
yeah.
is maintenance, but like buying a graphics card is like literally the same as probably buying a new console, even though some graphics cards are cheaper than a regular console. It's like that's your upgrade to make your shit run better. And just make sure you keep your drivers up to date. Like
Yeah.
it's heavy maintenance, but like it is if you want the best experience and also if you're a streamer or content creator like us, like then this is the way to go. Like, yeah, you can console stream a game all the time you want to, like, go ahead. But like for fast performance, it'd be good to have something like this. So
Yeah.
but not dogging
But
on
the
anybody.
moral
Sorry.
yeah. The moral of the story so, you go first.
Well, I'm saying like I was just saying like if you have a console, I respect you. I've been console my whole life. Like I literally have only had I've had I've had one console brand. It's mainly been PlayStation. Yeah, I had Nintendo here. I had Wii, and then I had tried at one point to do the Switch, and I could not for the life of me, just because it wasn't for me. I tried it, but it wasn't for me. But if you have console and you stick to that, like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna dog on you. I'm not gonna tell you something or whatever. But like, if something's going on and like, oh, you're saying this and that, and then you give me like, oh, this happens, and like, no, this is cheaper than this. This is but there's no reason to hate on someone for enjoying something. If they can get it, they can get it. If you like console, dude, fucking go for it. With Xbox, you get most of the same shit you do on PC anyway with the Game Pass. You just can't play the PC builds of them because some of the games are PC only. But if you're
Yeah.
playing PlayStation, well, then you're going to get that content first before everyone else, is all I'm going to say. If it's a Sony based IP, like God of War, Spider Man, you're going to have to wait at least probably 2 years to get that. So that's the only thing I will say. But if you're fine where
Yeah.
you're at, fucking do it. I don't care. You're
Yeah,
having
also,
fun.
let's stop doing this. I hate this thing where it's like whenever somebody's like asking like how do I get into gaming? I want to get into game like my boyfriend plays it or like my girlfriend plays it, I get into gaming. Um, don't be like, there's so many people that are like, oh, buy this like $5,000 PC. It's like, whoa, chill,
No.
man. Not everybody to start investing in a new hobby like gaming. People don't got $5,000, bro. That's why consoles are so good because people can easily try gaming. Like it's especially good for people who are just trying to get into gaming.
No, the
So
best thing is like if you want to get into gaming and like you said the key word like my girlfriend or my boyfriend or someone's into gaming, okay, ask them, hey, can I play? Or hey, can you show me how this
Yeah.
works? I'm
Sure.
interested. Then you start there and then go from there. And it also depends on what that person plays. If they play on PC, try it out with them or something and say, hey, maybe I want one, or maybe we can share it. It doesn't matter. Like, then you
Yeah.
can get interest into it. Don't just go buy a PC, because the thing that I did, I went and looked for a PC that I could afford to make payments on, and I got a good one out of it. But then I realized the default graphics card I had with it was not good. I didn't ask anybody about that, but I told someone, I was like, well, I kind of researched on my own. I was like, what's the best graphics card for my processor? Boom, RTX 2060 Super. Got it. Runs phenomenal. It literally runs the recent Doom game. And people think, well, you need a 5090 or a 4070. You don't need any of that shit. As long as your
You don't.
processor can run it, you don't need that. 5090s are for people who want complete realism and fucking want nothing lagging. They want everything to be crisp. I like graphics, but I don't need everything to be completely HDR, HD quality. As long as my shit isn't clipping, there's no texture breaks. Um, my graphics card had all the characters from Doom had white eyes because they couldn't generate textures. The ray tracing was causing it to not generate textures. I was like, I can't finish this game like this, and I went and got it. I went and got a graphics card. I could not finish the game like this. I was like, this is ruining my experience. I know these people don't. I know we're in hell, but I know all these people are human. They don't have white eyes. Not even the Doomslayer has white eyes. So like, it just was ruining my experience, and I got it. So it's like, yeah, I didn't know much about PC. I should have asked people before I went and bought one, but I did get a good one because I told people, like, "Is this a good one?" They're like, yeah, that's a good. You got a fucking i8 or whatever it was, like, and the processor and everything was good. And it was like, you just need a better graphics card, and I got that. So
Mhm.
you don't need the most expensive. You don't need the most expensive graphics card. Stop listening to people who tell you you do.
Yeah.
Because
I just
if you're a beginner, don't like if you're a beginner, the highest I'll tell you to get is probably a 3060 or 2060, depending on your processor. Don't go straight for a 4070 or 5090. Relax.
yeah. I also just hate people like because I see it all the time where people are just like giving advice to like gamers or whoever, and they're just like, get a PC, get a PC. Like, dude, not everyone can afford one. Like
No.
that's just how it is at the end of the day.
No,
Like,
save it for one. Okay, maybe they're saving it for other things. It's like, yeah, you got to give them time. And if they need to start with a console, start with a console.
yeah.
24 years of my, well, not 24, but like most of the majority of my life, 18 years, PlayStation, PlayStation, PlayStation. And I finally gave in this year. My PC's not even, my PC's only probably 5 months old since I bought it. It's like I gave in. I realized the potential that I could do, because also I make content creation. So if I want to stream games more, now I ain't got to worry about anything lagging. And now people who watch my Batman streams, Batman don't lag anymore. Get fucked.
Let's go.
I tried it out, no lag. I did a test stream, no lag. So it was the graphics. Hello. If it crashes again, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I'll blame it on chat.
Yeah.
But
But
that's
the
all I got.
moral of the story of this episode is care less, people. That's the moral of
Care
the story
less.
for this episode. Care
Also,
less.
the moral of the story is purely predictions, and I'm gonna win.
Uh, okay, but
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Cause yeah, after Saturday, I feel like there's like two matches we have to determine though to see, because yeah, we're
yeah.
indifferent on two matches. But
Oh
I
wait,
mean,
can I talk? Listen, people, it's in my contract. I've signed a
no,
contract.
we
We have
haven't.
a
No, we
contract.
haven't. No,
We
we
have a
don't. We
contract.
literally
It's
don't.
in it's in my contract that I have
What?
to yell about something at least once
We
every
don't
episode.
have one.
So I'm gonna yell about something right now. Let me rant for just 2 seconds, then we're done. Um, why the fuck are there so many fucking Disney movies listed as animated movies? They're not fucking animated movies, they're live action slash animation, but no, it's fucking every single you find, they still count them as animation, even though they're not. Mary Poppins is not a fucking animated movie. It's a live action movie that sometimes dabbles in animation. There's a fucking difference. Also, why the fuck did Disney have 80,000 movies about dogs and cats? Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? I get dogs and cats are popular. Why the fuck do we have to have aristocrats, Fox and the Hound, 101 Dalmatians, fucking whatever the fuck else there is. There's so fucking many of them. Anyway, that's been my rant.
I agree. Uh, Also, too many live actions. Chill out. Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah. I now also noticed they want to make a Phasmophobia live action. Why? Why?
Wait, really?
Why? Yeah. What are you gonna do? You gonna have a guy walking around on a VR headset, or you literally could just say, "Hey, Sony's thinking about making a horror movie." You don't even have to name it Phasmophobia. You're literally just making a ghost horror movie or whatever the fuck. I don't know if that. The whole point of that game is like the VR proximity. We're gonna be in proximity chat in the damn movie. Also, I don't trust it because I said Sony and it's not even their game. I video game live adaptations don't always work. Until Dawn is an example. They changed the entire story of Until Dawn, completely
Yeah.
removed the characters, and made
Well,
a
it's not
whole
out
new
yet.
story and threw the name on there. What a fucking disgrace.
It's not out yet, though.
Huh?
It's not out yet, though.
No, but the whole premise of the trailer is not even about the game.
Yeah, no, it
It's a
looks
whole
stupid.
like post-apocalyptic kind of shit or something. It's not even about the game. And then like, oh, and then they even say in the trailer, "Until Dawn." I literally they name drop it in the trailer. I kid you not. I kid you not. I think they do. I'm pretty sure they say it. It's almost dawn or something like that. I'm like, all right, okay.
I mean, yeah.
I was like, all right, this is not going
They
to be
say that in
good.
the video game too, though.
Hmm?
They say that in the video
I
game
think they
too, though.
do, but like the video game is like literally like all these kids at a camp, and there's this killer running around and shit, and like he's setting up traps and
You have
everything
not
for
played the
them,
game.
and you have to what now?
You have not played the game if
It's
that's what you
they're
think it's
it's not
about.
a camp, but it's like they are like on a vacation and they're at a cabin and it's snowing. I know that part. I haven't played it, but I've seen it. But like still I know
There's
the
no killer,
premise.
bro.
The what now?
There's no killer. You do not know the game.
There's a dude in a
I don't wanna
mask.
spoil it,
There's a dude in a
but
mask. But I know it's still the game the movie itself is not following the game itself, depending on what it is. Like there's no crazy ass monsters and bugs that can infect you in Until Dawn. I've never people who explain that game have
wait,
never told me that it's in the game.
I don't do you care about spoilers?
No, but I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to talk about the game. But I
Okay.
just know, like from what I hear from people reviewing it, it doesn't follow the story of the game. That's all I know. But
Well, yeah, it doesn't, but some of the
either
things you
way,
were
I probably
saying
won't want to play it.
are
But I
incorrect.
know from seeing some people playing, like Jacksepticeye is mainly known for that. First few moments of that, like what's shown in the movie trailer, was never shown in that game. But
Yeah, but a lot of things you were saying were wrong about the game, so
probably,
that's
I would, I guess
I'm
so.
just
But I mean, either way, that's all I got for this episode.
yeah, same.
Yes, so I will possibly be the next champion.
No, you won't.
The next time you see me, the belt will be
It will not.
I'm not gonna clip the belt to my body. I'm gonna put it above my head or some shit. Like his is a
It will
model.
not be
Get
there.
ready to change that model, buddy.
It will not be
Get ready to make a
there.
frowny face. Yeah, man. Get ready to make
Oh, no,
a frowny
man.
face above your character. Put a clown nose on him. Um,
What the hell, bro?
well, losers are clown. No, I'm kidding. Uh, no hate to clowns.
I'm a Silk Song fan. I am a clown.
Not really. I mean, it's coming out. You can't cope anymore. I can't tell you to cope anymore. It's coming out. Um,
Yeah,
but
but then again, they announced something back in 2018, and we got no news until like 2025. So
well, I mean, well, it's animation. I mean, it takes a while to draw all that shit out. So I mean, it's probably a good reason they want to make sure it was done. But then they shadow dropped the trailer and was like, "Hey, here we are." But
yeah.
if you all
Well,
agree, well,
if you don't actually, if you don't know the story, Silk Song was originally supposed to be just a DLC, but then they every single time they kept working on it, it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So they're like, "Oh, we got to make this a game." And then once they announced it, they were like, "Yeah, we'll release this soon." Oh wait, every time they work on it, oh, it's bigger. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like that's kind of just why it takes so long. But yeah.
and that's what she said. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, um, leave your comments down below of what your predictions are, or in the Discord server. Let us know what your predictions are, what your predictions are for the games coming out, what you want to see, what you probably don't care to see or don't want to see. And also who you think's gonna be champion
Me.
next week. And keep that fighting going, that you know who the real identity of Grande Americano is. It's definitely Chad
Oh my
Gable.
god.
Can't wait to see him twice this weekend. It's crazy. He's in the Money in the
For
Bank,
sure,
and
for sure.
but um, yeah. But follow us all on our socials. I am RedBeard22, YouTube and Twitter or X, and Krodok at YouTube and Krodok55 on Twitch. And just keep chatting in the Discord. We'll respond if we need to, like about certain things coming up. We have some videos we're probably working on in the future. But hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. It keeps the algorithm going, gets us noticed. And listen to us on Spotify, and also follow us there to get that up, because we're getting our views on here. But man, the Spotify listeners, come on now. You got to beat us visual people. But other than that, we'll catch you all in the next one. And I hope you all enjoy yourselves at Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide, and have a good
Peace.
rest of the week. Peace.
Peace. Mary Poppins is not a fucking animated movie.